Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live. Wednesday night edition, and we got some great topics for you tonight. We are going to talk some NBA, and then we're going to finish it out with a WNBA topic that, you know, I'm sure somebody may not like to hear, but that's okay because we're going to do it because, wow, that's all we can say. But, yeah, so we got some good topics here, as you can see from the rundown, as you can see from the thumbnail. So, yeah, all right, Transformer, what's up, my man? You look
I'm
like
still vibing off the intro, man.
you got music in your heart right now, man. What's up, Bootage? How you doing, man?
Oh, snap! About rock my whole table. Hold up.
You're over there almost knocking stuff over, man. That's crazy.
How you doing, big baritone?
Man, I'm maintaining, man. I'm maintaining. How about yourself?
One day at a time, man. Getting better, healing better.
That's it, man. That's
Blessed
it.
and highly favored.
Always. Gotta be thankful for that. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no matter what happens, it could be worse, man. So always. Yeah.
Be grateful for the days that you're here.
Yes. Because like I say, man, my dad didn't make it this far. So every day is a blessing, man. I'm very thankful for that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, we got a good show for y'all tonight, man. Let's start out with giving props to our channel members. So shout out Laker Nation, first member of the channel. Also host of the Be Ready Sports Podcast. What's good, Laker Nation? If y'all haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to the Be Ready Sports Podcast. Real good show that he's doing over there. Really gives an opportunity to shed some light and give some shine to the young athletes that are on the come up, putting in the grind right now. So make sure y'all like and be ready. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to that. Also, Chief Sid Bubba. Chief, good evening. How you doing? Congrats to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to the boys from Annapolis. For the next, what we got, about 200 days left, Transformer. I can't
until another ass whooping. Yes, absolutely.
Until the Army puts
boots to asses.
Hopefully.
Well, y'all lose again, and that clock has to restart.
Oh my gosh. No, man, we can't do that. We can't do that, man. But it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to It's Not That Serious. And of course, shout out to Baltimore Bruce. What's going on, y'all? All right. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. You ready to get started?
Yeah, man. Ready to get it cracking.
All right. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And now we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we'll start out with a couple of quick hits. First quick hit, Transformer. Let's talk the NBA the all NBA teams have been released. All right. Yep. This is not all-star. This is the real deal, the all NBA teams. And they are as follows. First team all NBA, of course, is your MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell. Any issues there? Anybody you think should be swapped out? Anything like that?
No, man. I think they got this list right on the money. You know, unfortunately, like the list is required, like the requirement is that you have to play 65 games. Yeah. That's been the biggest change this year that we're seeing on the list. So a lot of names of people that people want to bring up, unfortunately can't bring them up because they didn't fit the criteria for playing that amount of games. But I think they got it right on the money, man. I mean, Jokic and Shai, that's just automatic. Those two are both battling back and forth for MVP.
No question.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he played his heart out.
Third in MVP voting.
and third in MVP voting. So the top three, I mean, it's pretty automatic for those guys, man.
Agreed.
Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell is actually a pretty good one to add. I believe this may be his first one. I think this is his first time ever being first team all NBA.
I think it is. I think it is.
So welcome to the list, Donovan Mitchell, man. Props to what you did in Cleveland. You know, unfortunately,
best team in the East. Yeah.
It didn't work out well for them in the playoffs, but again, this is regular season war. We take the playoffs out of it because there's one name that's on one of these teams that if you add the playoffs in it, they're not going to be on this list.
That's right.
But that's right. No, man, I don't see no problems with it, man. You?
Okay. No, I don't think I do. Tatum, this is fourth straight year, first team all NBA, I believe. Yeah. So he's really putting together a heck of a career here. I know some people in the chat think that he should be the face of the NBA. I don't know if I go that far, but he is putting a heck of a run together here. So yeah, shout out Jason Tatum. Obviously, he won't be that next year because he won't make the games threshold coming off of that Achilles. He may not play at all next year, and depending on how the Celtics look, maybe you sit him down for the entire next year and get him back healthy for the following season. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just makes sense to sit him down. Next year you're calling it a wash. Next year you're game planning. You're treating this like 1 year-long off season. You're just playing a couple of games in between. I mean, playing 82 games in between. So, I mean, I don't have no expectations for Boston next season. So, I think they should, just let the cards play out and wait for them to get back.
No doubt. Salute, Kareem. What's going on, brother? How you doing? All right. Second team All NBA is comprised of the clutch player of the year, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, and Evan Mobley. Questions there. What do you think?
Oh, man. That man is 40 years old and made second team All NBA. I don't know what you're making that face for. That's impressive, dude. Like hate the man. That's impressive. Second team All NBA at 40 years old. Take the name away from it. Any player 40 years old making any All NBA is impressive. Because I know your old ass ain't getting out there and getting on an All NBA team. You ain't even getting out there and getting on the scrimmage.
I am not.
I mean, that's just that's tough because you look at everybody else that's on this list. Anthony Edwards, how old is he?
23.
How old is Evan Mobley?
Oh man, what, 26 maybe?
How old is Jalen Brunson?
28.
How old is Steph Curry?
27. I think he's 35. So he's
35.
He's
a little older.
He's still not 40.
Those two players don't belong. Those two players are big obsoletes. And mind you, no, I looked at it wrong. I was about to say they got the most votes, but LeBron got the most votes for first team in that entire second place column, battling them against Donovan Mitchell. Because if you look at the numbers are very, very close. Numbers are very, very close. I mean, obviously, you give it to Donovan Mitchell. He obviously led his team to higher grounds and a higher standing in the standings. But I mean, that's impressive. I'm not going to beat a dead horse there. But Evan Mobley, man, shout out to Evan Mobley. Cleveland got two guys on the first and second team this year, man. Big shout out to Cleveland, doing great things. I don't think we've seen that since LeBron and Kyrie Irving being there. So
okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, LeBron and Kyrie Irving. So that's pretty amazing for what they're doing over there, man. Jalen Brunson, that big shot Brunson, man. That man is just on a tear. Even in the playoffs, I believe he was averaging close to 40. The man is a beast, man. The man is a straight up beast. Anthony Edwards, I mean, he's taking that step up in the right direction. Not liking what he's doing so far in the series. We may get into that a little bit later, but not liking what I'm seeing so far in him in this series. But as far as the regular season, man, he's a showstopper, showing one reason why he should be the American face in the NBA, or one of the American faces in the NBA. Yeah. Other than that, Matt, I don't have any real problems.
No rebuttal
with this list as well, man.
Okay, not mad at that.
You?
Nah.
No. Go ahead. Speak.
No. I want to, but I don't. I can't. I think it's absolutely fair.
Oh, okay. So why did you give me the face?
Oh, because
That's because it's him. So if I were to say Steph Curry, 40 years old, making second team All NBA, what would be your face?
I wouldn't have a face.
Enough said, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Third team, man.
I'm acknowledging that it's okay with me that he's there. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be there.
Yeah, that would be a little rough.
Yeah,
that'll be a little rough.
All right, third team All NBA: Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Cat Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City. I guess they just did two guards, two forwards, two guards. Well, there's three guards on this, so I don't know what they do.
There's no format for it no more.
Okay.
There's no format. No.
Okay, because I'm looking. We got. Yeah, you're right. Because the first
they
team
said it could be all guards, it could be all centers, it could be all forwards. So there's no.
That is so.
Now I know you look at the first two lists and you're like, oh, that looks like a starting five.
Yeah, that looks
Evan
like
Mobley.
That could be okay, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, this one, I like it, man. Cade Cunningham, surely could have been second team. I think he played very, very well this season, man. I would have definitely gave him some second team votes, and he got 50 of them. So he just he missed it by, let me see, his closest second team vote would have been the LeBron James at 61. So he was about 11 short of even making the second team All NBA when it comes to those votes. So yeah, I mean, Detroit in a whole,
you know what,
did absolutely amazing this year.
Yeah, they did. I think Cade Cunningham could swap with Steph Curry for second and third. And the reason I say that, remember how much Steph Curry was struggling until Jimmy Butler got there.
Yeah.
And Cade Cunningham has been doing this thing all year. I could swap, and that's no slight on Steph Curry, but I could swap Cade Cunningham and Steph Curry this year. Cunningham's been really good. I like that kid, man. I do. He's good.
No. He's definitely been balling, man. Like I said, I want to say that's the first Piston since who? Maybe Billups? Or would it be Wallace? It got to be one of them two.
Wallace or Billups. Yeah. One of those guys.
So it's been over a decade.
Easy.
Hey, last Detroit Piston.
Yeah.
Piston to make All NBA. Oh my God, I can't type.
It is
Blake Griffin. No, that's who it was. Blake Griffin. Yeah, wow. I forgot he was on Detroit.
Yeah.
He made third team All NBA back in 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it was like 25 that year. I forgot.
Yeah, that was like one of his. Damn, I forgot that was T. Sorry. Thank you.
Andre Drummond made All NBA too. Okay. He led the league in rebounding. 16. Well, he averaged 16 and then 15 rebounds. There you go.
16 and 15 is crazy.
That's crazy. That'll get it done.
That'll definitely get it done.
That'll get it done.
But no, okay. So, first All NBAs in 6 years. So, I mean, still, you're going back to what Cade Cunningham, just what that team has done. Like I said, they were my pick to win Coach of the Year. Just off a sheer turnaround of what they've done over there in Detroit, man. It's just awesome, man. It's truly awesome. Shout out to OKC as well. I think their first time having two All NBA players since KD and Russell Westbrook. So, I mean, that's amazing what they're doing in OKC. Tyrese Halliburton, for him to be voted overrated, Jesus. I mean, so much for that conversation now.
So much for that. He took that so personally.
He took that personally. So he's definitely balling. Karl Anthony Towns, I mean, very consistent. Been playing very, very well this year, even in the postseason, but despite the Knicks being where they are. But I like the list, man. James Harden.
Yeah.
You got to put your blindfold on the postseason. Obviously this is a regular season award.
It is that.
And you think about the playoffs when you think James Harden. We try to overexpand what the criteria is for All NBA, right? And I think that's what a lot of people are doing, especially when they talk about James Harden. How's he on the list? But if you look at the season, I mean, with Kawhi Leonard being out, what's the other guy? He was hurt too. Jesus. I want to say Paul George. That was last year.
No, right.
They got another guy. I can't think of it. But throughout the injuries for the team,
Powell. Is it Powell?
Yeah. Nolan Powell. Yeah.
Norman.
With them being hurt, man, James Harden kept them afloat. Obviously, they made the playoffs. They made a good little run at the end of the season when everybody got healthy, and they made a push. But deservingly so, man. James Harden deserved to be on this list. He definitely did. Cade Cunningham had 6 first place votes.
I'm telling you, man, that dude is good.
6.
That dude is good.
It's pretty amazing.
Hey, yo, Edward, make that 10 G's, B. 10 G's, B. 10 G's on the Knicks, B. Edward know what I'm talking about. He knows what that is. We was bugging out off paid in full the other day, man. Edward knows. He knows it is. All right. So that's it for quick hits. Did we have another quick hit, or are we moving on off of that?
I believe that is it. Oh, what's your prediction on tonight's game?
Oh, man, you know what? I'm shooting paper ball. What's up, Chief? Salute. Shout out to the boys from Napoli. Chief. Anchors away.
Anchors away, my boys.
Okay, you had to sing it, though. You had to. Sorry. My bad.
Last time I checked, man, we already shut y'all up.
Yes.
You should be popping too when you hear Anchors away, my boy. Popping too.
You right.
You right. Thank you.
He's good. Huh? You right though. You right.
But what's your prediction on tonight's game, man?
Yes. I am going to go with OKC to close this thing out, man.
Concur. Nothing else.
They're so good, man. They're good defensively. Obviously, SGA is that dude, and Edwards hasn't seemed to figure it out yet. And I honestly think, real quick, that Minnesota needs a second guy for him. They do. Take some of that pressure off. They need that badly.
Off of Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he got to apply the pressure to himself.
He does, but think about it. It's very rare that you see a champion that has just one guy and not a second, right? So you get what's up, Mike? So you get two guys. You get that star, and then you get that co-star, and then you get quality role players around them. That's normally enough to win, right? And so I think that's what Minnesota needs. Like, everybody's talking about KD to Houston, KD to San Antonio has mutual interest and all that. KD needs to be in Minnesota. KD and Anthony Edwards would be crazy. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, man,
KD don't have to be the man. KD could play off the ball. He don't have that type of ego. He just gotta go there and help him win. He'll be the illest hired gun.
Take your ass to the Eastern Conference.
Oh, okay.
If you want to have a shot at the title for the remainder of your career.
Knicks
will be one hell of a place for him to go.
Okay.
One hell of a place for him to go. But take your behind to the East. The East is wide open.
It is, right? It is, and I agree. But let me ask you this. 2 years in a row, and Edwards and Minnesota's in the Western Conference Finals. You don't think KD could be that difference maker for him and them? Get him over the top. We've seen what type of nuclear weapon that dude can be. And obviously, we've seen he's pretty much plug and play anywhere. He doesn't have to be a leader. He doesn't have to get the ball all the time. He just, like he said, he just want to go hoop, right?
Would you rather win a title in the Mecca or Minnesota?
Me? You know where I want to win the chip. I want to win that thing in New York City, but I don't think your name care about that guy.
Where would your name ring the most bells forever?
I'm with you, Transformer, but that doesn't seem to matter to these young cats. I don't think they understand.
He's not young. He's like what, 35? 36?
Yeah, 36. I don't think they truly understand what it would mean for anybody to win a championship in New York City. I really don't.
I'm not even an NBA player, but I know the next person to win in New York.
Thank you.
You're etched in history.
Etched in stone. Not just New York history, NBA history.
In some people's eyes, most people's eyes, probably, your one championship is going to count as two.
Yeah, man.
That's how big it's going to be. Like, dog, he won in New York.
Yeah.
The Knicks. First of all, Stephen A. Smith, not Steven Spielberg, what's his name? Spike Lee. Everybody in New York is praising your name for eons to come.
Forever.
You can never step in New York and not have a red carpet rolled out.
That is correct. That's correct.
It's just pure.
You pay for nothing. You on the Mount Rushmore.
You win one title in LA for the Lakers. it's like, okay, 2 more.
SLAMS need
And
what's going on, brother.
I'll count it. You know what I mean? Like, you need to win multiple championships in LA for LA to be like, okay, we placing you on a pedestal.
Right.
In New York?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. And especially
they're building the Mount Rushmore for you.
Yeah. It's been 53 years. So you're absolutely right. And I'm with you. But think about this, right, Transformer? It's not like KD didn't have that choice before and he chose Brooklyn. He didn't choose Madison Square Garden. He chose Brooklyn. And shout outs to Brooklyn. You know, I love Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Hey, best rappers, you know, best borough, all that. But not the point. No, but I mean, he had his chance to go play for the Knicks before. He had no interest in that. Not saying he can't change it. Edward, you wildin'. Oh man, but no, I don't think he has interest in that. I would love to see it, but I think Minnesota would be that perfect fit for him. I think he'd take him right over the top with Ant Edwards. Man,
as far as the fit, man, I'm not against you. I'm not against you because you got Mike Conley at the 1, AE at the 2, Daniels at the 3, Randall at the 4, and oh my God, just Gobert at the 5. Just
what is this anti-Gobert thing?
He becomes unplayable. How are you that? Like, how are you that such an anchor and you become unplayable?
That's the coach's problem because the coach don't understand he's a traditional defensive big.
He's had multiple coaches, Bruce.
No, but what I'm saying, but yeah, it's not just one though. It's all these coaches with this stupid switch everything stuff, right? You're switching everything, and we've seen not all these teams in the playoffs switch everything. Some of them really play straight up defense, right? So anyway, there's no reason ever that you should allow your center to end up in a 1-5 pick and roll and have to be out there trying to guard a point guard. Like that should never ever happen. But you do that, and then your center gets toasted, and people are talking about the player. That's bad coaching.
I mean, but okay, if he comes and sets a high, he's coming up on the high screen and roll.
Yeah,
you got a guy like, give me somebody he's got to go against. Steph Curry, for example.
Right.
All right, the high screen and roll. Draymond come up to set the pick. Rudy's guarding Dre. And Rudy stays, but allows the guy to get picked. That's a free lane. He's gone.
No, but
so he has to switch. It's not like he can hedge. He's not that quick of a player because either way, Rudy he's screwed over.
We know what's gonna happen if he switches, though. We know what's gonna happen.
He's effed either way, Bruce.
Never ever allow that to happen. That should never.
I think he's screwed either way. I honestly think he's screwed either way. Either he does the switch and try to stay in front of his guy, or if he doesn't, his guy is getting picked on. So if he doesn't create that switch, it's wide open. Like for a guy like
and what needs to happen is you see Draymond moving up for that 1-5 pick and roll with Steph Curry. Immediately, somebody else on that Minnesota team needs to step and grab Draymond so Rudy can get back to the rim and not get caught out there on that.
Oh, it's like too fast for him.
Defense on a string. That has to be defense on a string, and somebody make that adjustment. Now, I'm not a coach, right? I would have to see the board, see the chalkboard, or see the film on it. But like you just can't allow that to happen. Plain and simple. Because in that situation, that is precisely what Draymond is looking for every chance he gets. We know that. But
now, if I got 4 shooters and I can play 5 Boston, I can play 5 wide. You try to pull somebody else to come to hedge off Dre, I got a wide open. Somebody's wide open. Then now it's 3 on 2.
Somebody else gonna beat you, but I'm not allowing Rudy Gobert out there on an island against Steph Curry. That's a bad look.
I just think you're screwed either way with that.
And I don't think it's even about Rudy Gobert. Like I said, no center should ever be caught in a 1-5 pick and roll. I don't like it. But anyway. We could talk that all day. It's supposed to be
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's get to the first topic of the night, man. And here we go. So obviously, after my Celtics showed no Celtic pride and got wiped out in the last series, the New York Knicks won. I'm sorry.
Cook, deep fried, barbecue chicken,
yeah.
souffle.
Right. Devastated, annihilated, right, or whatever other words we can use.
Everything,
Knicks, right? Everything. The Knicks went on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Of course, they match up against the Indiana Pacers. That is a series that has legendary roots in it. Obviously, Reggie Miller and Patrick Ewing and those guys. going through it through the years. And this one opens up, of course, with the Pacers going up 2-0. And of course, you see Tyrese Halliburton's heroics in Madison Square Garden in game one. He does the choke, he does the big balls, and that was crazy, right? And it brought back memories of great times from playoffs past. And
right in front of him too, and he pointed at him.
Yeah, he sure did. He pointed at Reggie, and Reggie was like, "Oh,
he did it! He did it!"
Right. Incredible shot. So, you've got all that going on, and then of course the Knicks go ahead and survive in Game 3 to make the series 2-1. Okay, and then the Pacers win last night in Game 4. So now the Pacers are up 3-1. And if the Knicks are going to do what everybody in New York City wants them to do, and if I'm honest, probably what the NBA world wants them to do outside of Indianapolis, they're going to have to win 3 straight games, which means not only are they going to have to play out of their minds, the Pacers are going to have to absolutely collapse, man. What are your thoughts on this, Transformer?
I missed my ticket to LA for the Lakers making the finals. But boy, did I have my backup ready for the Knicks. Yeah. I had my ticket. I had a flight planned out. I've already called people that I'm going to roll with. I'm looking up hotels, looking up what it's like, Airbnb, whatever the case may be. I was ready to fly to New York.
And you ain't even called me, man. You ain't even say, yo.
I told you already. I said I'm going to be using man. Hit me up.
Yeah, you ain't hit me up, see? You ain't hit me.
Bruce, they got to make it first.
I'm just saying, but you ain't even hit me. Say, yo,
they got to make it.
For real if they get there,
Anyway, you were invited, man. We talked about it briefly.
All right, man.
For it to play out the way that they're playing, the Pacers are just an all-around better team.
I think so.
All-around better team. I had Knicks in 6 pick up sticks, and obviously I was clearly wrong. Game 1 was a devastating loss for the Knicks. Otherwise, this series would be tied 2-2, and you have a little bit of fight back, taking it back to New York in the next game, which I believe is tomorrow. But from 1 through 5, man, Halliburton all the way to Miles Turner. Yeah. These guys' pace that they're running at, the Knicks can't do nothing with it. The Knicks truly can't do nothing with that pace, man. The moment either the Knicks score or there's a miss, Halliburton, those guys, they're running up the floor. They're running the floor, they're pushing the tempo, and they're catching the Knicks off guard in every single play. It's to me, it's over. I mean, down 3-1. It's a very, very slim chance that you ever get it.
Very slim.
I don't see it happening. I'm just saying that I'm not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to get to go to New York.
I'm a little sad about it, bro. We're going to see OKC in the Pacers in the finals.
So here's a question for you. Let me ask you this. First of all, do you think Tibbs has managed to save his job with this Eastern Conference Finals run?
Yes, he dethroned the champs.
Big one.
Yeah, he dethroned the champs. Yep, I think if you do that, you bought yourself another year. Yeah, I think that's just with that alone, he's good.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah, and then I mean, like you just said, made the conference finals, and I mean, to me, it's not necessarily a coaching issue. Tibbs been coaching the same way for 15 years.
He's not going to change.
He's not going to change.
No, he's not.
I mean, he beat the champs this way. I mean, he's made it this far this way. Pacers just better. They got more depth. They're able to run. I mean, the way they're keeping their tempo up is because they're able to set guys down. Knicks don't have that. One guy gets in foul trouble, it messes up the whole thing. Josh Hart gets in foul trouble, you mess up the whole roster. Gets in foul trouble, you mess up the whole roster. Everything's screwed. The Pacers, they got bodies that's on the bench, and they're ready to come in and play and give you quality minutes, man. The Knicks just don't have that. So I don't think that's a coaching issue. So I think his job is definitely safe. You beat the champs, you made it to the conference finals, and I mean, he's not going out like a champ. It's not like these are blowouts. These are close games.
That's true.
Yeah, they're very, very close games, man.
No, I agree with that, man. It's I think they're just getting outplayed. And to your point that you made earlier about, Tibbs just coaching the way he's coached for the last 15 years. This is his coaching philosophy. But that, honestly, is why I give even more credit to a guy like Coach Pop, right? Even more so than Phil Jackson, because you saw Coach Pop able to change with the times and with his personnel.
Correct.
He didn't continue to stick to trying to play a certain way. First, he had Twin Towers, D-Rob and Timmy. Then Timmy was the main guy. Then he started playing more up and down with Timmy and Manu and Tony. And when those guys started getting older, you had Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard. And now you start shooting the three ball and you start killing with threes. Like, you saw Pop continually adjusting his schemes and the way he played offense. I mean, obviously, he was always going to be an outstanding defensive coach, but he was really able to change. Like, think about it. As great as Phil Jackson is, right? We can't poo-poo 11 championships at all, right? 11 rings.
No, you can't.
Right. So 3 of those, Kobe and Shaq. 2 of those, Kobe and Gasol. 6 of those, Michael and Scotty, right? So obviously, he had some of the best to ever do it on all those championship teams. And even more so, you have to ask yourself, can he win outside of the triangle, right? Because remember when he was the president of basketball operations for the Knicks, he wanted a coach that was going to run the triangle. And he brought in Jeff Hornacek and made him run the triangle. He wanted Steve Kerr. Why? Because Steve Kerr was going to run the triangle. It's like, are you serious, bro? Like, you got to adapt. And I'm not saying that the triangle still couldn't have been great, but Carmelo was not a player for the triangle, right? And so, exactly. Pure
ISO guy.
Right, but he wanted that badly. And so, you know, that's why I will always, me personally, put Pop over Phil Jackson because of his ability to be diverse in his coaching philosophy.
Yeah. First of all, it's El Jefe. First of all, it's El Jefe.
El Jefe Popovich. Right.
No, El Jefe. He's no longer called the other word you just said. All right. All respect due to the master, the Jedi master.
Yeah, no question.
You know, you're right, man. I mean, Tibbs is where he's at because of how he plays. But you got to adapt, man. You're right. You got to adapt. You got to find another answer. You got to find depth. You got to reach into your bench, man. These guys are playing 42, 43, 44. You know, give them guys 10, 15 minutes of burn. You know what I mean? Let those guys run up the floor and see what they can do. Running 7 for 4 consecutive series to win a championship. Obviously, it's not working, brother.
Yeah.
Timmy, it ain't working. Those guys are gassed.
Yeah.
Those guys are and you look at their bodies, they're getting hurt. Josh Hart, man, surefire hustler. That man got the heart of Westbrook out there. The man is just on every play, every rebound. He's out there just hustling, grinding. But with the consecutive games of 45, 44, 48 minutes at a time, he's coming up. Knee injury. Man got a cut under his eye. I mean, his eyebrow. Like, he's wore out. Look at Cat. All the minutes that he's playing. Knees bothering. Like, you guys are more subject to injury because they don't get the time to rest and recover.
Yeah, we saw that last season, you know.
So the same thing is going to continuously keep happening, man. So he's definitely going to have to adapt, bro. I agree.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, I really think that the Knicks should be trying to get Kevin Durant in there. That's what I think. Kevin Durant or Giannis, those should be the Knicks' primary 2 focal points this offseason. Like,
I don't think they have enough to get Giannis. Giannis is
why not? You package Cat. You can get Giannis. Get Cat up out of there.
I would rather get KD because you don't have to give up Cat.
How you make the money work? I think you would have to still give up Cat.
You gonna figure that shit out somehow?
Well, then we'd be complaining about Tibbs playing guys even less off the bench, right? You have all of dudes playing 45 minutes.
No, you can't have KD doing that. But Giannis, Jalen Brunson, who's left? Mitchell at the 5. It'll be tough. You have to definitely go into your bag in the offseason and get some guys to come up to help them. But Brunson and Giannis alone to be a tough little 1-2 duo. I think that's what Milwaukee was trying to do with Damian Lillard. Unfortunately, injuries played a role in that one, but I don't know. I like KD. If you can keep Cat and you can add KD, I would take that route because their window is now. KD's window is now. And if you can make the money work and you can get KD over there with Cat and Brunson, oh, absolutely. I'll take all 3.
Okay. I don't know how you do it, but okay. I personally would rather see Giannis in New York. That's the one that I want. I really would rather see that. I think Giannis in
He'll be the man in 2 states.
Orange and blue, that would be crazy. Yeah, exactly. Right.
He'll be the man in 2 states.
Yeah. Man, he brought first championship in Milwaukee since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
He'd be the first championship in New York since Walt Clyde Frazier. Man, listen.
That boy can go get free cheese, anything in Milwaukee, and come up to New York and get straight New York slices, New York cheesecake forever.
Right.
Free slices of cheesecake forever.
Mm-hmm. Cheesecake, pizza, whatever.
Pizza, anything. Street meat, that's him.
That's it.
Taco. Like, oh man, Giannis, and Giannis love American food now.
Yes, he does. Well, hey, you can see at least he doesn't let it get to him like a certain other guy, but we not, By the way, let me just bring that up. Luka, what's the deal with this dude? He gonna lose 30 pounds in the offseason? What's up with that, man?
Okay, my personal training hat just came.
Yeah. That's why I asked you.
Why we've been screaming at this guy, but not even we, because I haven't said anything.
Okay.
They've been screaming about this man's weight for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Only been about a year. Man, maybe I would say 2 years. 2 years they've been talking about, all right, you increasing gaining weight. The man loses weight. Why are we complaining?
No. I don't think anyone's complaining. I think the timing of it, like, why couldn't you lose that weight to come in ready to ball? You lose it during the offseason when it doesn't matter. But they say that he always loses weight when he's in Europe, and when he come right back to the States, he gains the weight back. Because obviously our food is very different here. Our
food is horrible, but he's in LA now, so he got a better chance. Dallas, he was cooked.
Yeah, but even in Dallas, though, you're filthy rich. Hire a chef, right? You don't have to go out to the rib shack every day. Hire a chef. See, because my thing is this, right? Most of the time, the super healthy food, for most of us, it doesn't taste that good. But when you're that rich, you can hire somebody to make the super healthy food taste good.
You ever been to Texas?
I've never been to Texas.
You ever been to Memphis?
No, I've never been to Memphis.
You ever been to
Alabama?
Okay, you've been to Alabama.
Yes.
Bama's good. Bama's good.
Atlanta,
Atlanta. Trash.
All right, whatever. But go ahead.
Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Parts of Southern Arkansas.
Right.
You ain't hiring no damn chef.
Why not?
Boy, pig, cow, chicken, turkey, whatever. They gon' boy.
But you're
gonna go out there. They got a million ways you can cook it, and you gonna go out there. You like,
from the rooter to the tutor.
Man, what is this? Oh, that's frog. You just ate some frog. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, man, when LA and
I understand
Texas
what you're saying
are on two totally different planets.
Yes. I totally get you.
Different planets. LA, he's now in a place where LA really promotes health and fitness. They really do.
Because everybody want to be a star. So everybody
wants to be a star.
Like them.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you got that motivation. On top of that, I mean, you got to watch a 40-year-old who should be retired, body look way better than yours in the same locker room. Like, God damn. Like, all right, but what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? But in Dallas, no, I ain't trying to hear that. Chef Curry.
Again, my thing is, all you got to do, you're filthy rich. You can fly in a chef from wherever.
Don't nobody want to do that in Texas.
Well, that's why he got traded. How about that? That's why he got traded. Oh, look who's here. Big Red, host of the Last Rewind. What's up, Big Red?
What's going on, guys? What y'all up to today? What y'all talking about?
Big Red Machine in the building.
Yes.
You know that's right.
Man, we just talking about the Knicks about to be up out of here. And I was saying that the guy I want to see in New York next year is Giannis. Transformer was saying the guy he wants to see in New York next year is KD, which I'm not mad at, but I don't think he got the mental fortitude for that.
If he can't even stand social media, I know he can't stand the rigorous media of New York.
Exactly. Who do you think could be a difference maker for the Knicks next season? Because it looks like this season is over, and
who would be a free agent next year to go to New York? Possibly.
Let's look that up.
I didn't
There's
even
not
look.
a lot of
I
big
mean,
names this year.
You can
Or
still
even
trade
be
too,
traded or trades. Yeah, who would be up there? I'm just Giannis, KD. Is LeBron up there too?
No,
LeBron ain't going to no New
He ain't
York.
going to
Man.
New York.
Come on, that man. That's
Yeah,
another dude lack the mental fortitude. He's not doing that.
Lack the mental fortitude.
Yeah, he's not.
He'll just deflect it all. He don't care.
Oh, blame it on somebody else.
Yeah, they don't need to accept it. Like, that's on
He
him.
don't want no
That's on
part.
Brunson. Nah, that's Brunson.
I don't think New York would accept that though. I mean,
Yeah, he's too old, man.
They wouldn't.
I
Let
think
me
that's
see.
one city that would not accept deflection because they're hard on their people.
They are. They do not
Probably
play.
just like Philly. Philly would be hard on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as player options, I mean, the only options you got is Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Chris Middleton, Julius Randle, John Collins, and LeBron James. Those are your player options. Other than that, free agents aren't really.
Who's the other person before LeBron? You said
James
Kyrie
Harden.
Irving, James Harden, Chris Middleton, Julius Randle.
Yeah, well, Kyrie
John
probably
Collins.
not
John
gonna play
Collins.
next year. Kyrie's gonna be recovering next year. So
ACL, man. Not ACL, the Achilles.
if I had to say anybody, I would say I would go for Giannis. If anybody,
That's the one I want to see. I think Giannis and Brunson could be freaking crazy. I think that could be bonkers. But they both need the ball, so it's like, what happens there? So I don't know, man. I don't know.
But the thing about Giannis and how he would fit in New York, the lanes that Jalen Brunson creates, because he's a threat all over the court, right?
Yes.
He can also take it in the hole. When you got Giannis down there with you, pause. Yeah, let's pause.
Whoa. What's up with you, man? That was rough.
When you have such a
pause.
Yeah, you ain't.
When you have such a great drive with a basketball, who knows how to take it to the basket?
I'll transform that
to the basket.
You said that was rough. That was a pause on you too, man.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's rough. Oh God. Stay focused. Stay locked in.
Stay focused. Stay like that.
But no, man. When the way Jalen Brunson can take it to the basket, and you got Giannis sitting right there at the dunker spot.
My bad, y'all.
Just wanted to encourage them to remind them.
My fault.
What you got going on over there, man?
I put the game on my other screen. My bad.
Okay, I'm glad it was a game and nothing else.
What?
But yeah, man, you got Giannis sitting in the dunker spot, man. That'll be beautiful basketball. But I think either one, if you can get either KD or Giannis, New York is erupting. I think so. Giannis is just fitted much differently than the way KD would, but KD, like I said, he's a surefire 25, 30-point guy. He can get a basket at any part of the floor. When Jalen Brunson gets cold, KD got you. KD right there. You know.
Well, the other part is though, KD's old too, man.
That too.
2 windows now.
Yeah, but I will say this. Well, Giannis wants to be coached. I don't know if KD wants to be coached at this part of his life, of his career. You know, because he's gonna be like he was with Brooklyn. We don't need a coach. Steve Nash, we don't need you.
Right. Yeah, great point.
And of course, with Transformers, he's old now. You know, I know it's right now, but you know, he's not getting any younger. He's not a person that likes to lift weights. Of course, he doesn't go to the gym quite like some other players do.
No.
He doesn't. I don't know if he would be able to play the lockdown defense 42 minutes a game and then still be productive on the offensive end like Giannis would be right now. So I would go with Giannis on this one.
I like it. Defensively, absolutely, they'll be nuts.
Vicious.
The only thing I would say is the style of play with Giannis. You know, Giannis likes to go up and down the court. Would that tire out the New York Knicks, who are, you know, of course, try to play lockdown defense? They try to play a slower pace. Would that change with Giannis, or would they change to meet Giannis's particular set of skills?
You know what? That's a great point, Big Red, because Giannis is a dude. He got to build up that head of steam and get going downhill. So that's it might not be the right fit.
Oh, with Cat
you just saw the Pacers.
How would that fit with Cat? Clogging the lane up a little bit. I know he shoots threes, but
to get Giannis, Cat gonna be gone.
Right, you got to give up that money. Yeah, he's
okay.
not.
Yeah, okay.
But then I made Cat look crazy because he just got there.
Right.
Cat look crazy just trying to catch a ball, let alone just how he plays.
Right.
Oh, this
Oh
man.
my God. Oh my God.
That's what it looks like he's saying, man.
Yeah. All right, y'all want to? We're gonna take one call and then we're gonna go to the next topic. All right, y'all know the number 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. We will take one quick call and then we'll get on to the next topic. Let's go. Y'all know what it is.
Let us know who you think will be the perfect fit to be a Knick. And shout out to the Pacers, man. I mean, the Pacers have been doing great. We haven't spoke much about them, about them boys, man.
Yeah, because I mean, they're playing ball, but who really cares about the Pacers outside of Indiana? Can we be honest?
Nobody. But damn, Bruce, this is what we do this for.
No doubt.
Nobody picked them to go to the finals. Nobody.
I didn't pick them to beat Milwaukee. I'm honest, you know.
I'm waiting to see who on DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever got OKC and the Pacers in the finals.
Yeah. I don't care who has that. All I know is that's going to be a sorry finals. Oh my gosh, the ratings going to be terrible.
Be a stupid bag. Whoever got it.
Yeah, those ratings are going to be horrendous. What's up, Bruce?
The market in Oklahoma City and Indiana, two small markets in the finals.
Yeah, it's going to be lousy.
How y'all feeling tonight, my guys?
Maintaining, Bruce. How you doing, man?
Hey, man. As far as the Knicks, it's still a puncher's chance, but man, the cohesiveness that the Indiana Pacers play with is unbelievable. Is beautiful to see.
Oh, it is.
Their togetherness, their chemistry, their unselfishness. They playing the game of basketball like it's supposed to be played. The Indiana Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Total opposite from the Boston Celtics. I don't mean to send no shots your way, Bruce. But it's a great the way they play is very entertaining. Forget how they're from Indiana. Everybody keep talking about the Indiana. They're not going to get much views if they make it to the finals. Indiana OKC. They saying the Indiana OKC finals will be a ratings travesty. Hey, they're still, let's see. But I think it'll be some great basketball being played. Now OKC, even though the ratings might suffer, you're gonna miss some great basketball if you don't watch it. I predict that. I'm watching every game. I'm locked in. I'm anticipating. As far as like Indiana, a beautiful basketball, man. They play together. They listen to their coach. They tell that they all respect all of them falling in line. They got to be truth be told, Tyrese Halliburton, great leader. I mean, with his play, he shows he's the leader. Every leader ain't got to be vocal. I don't know if if he's vocal or not, or passionate.
Oh, he talks shit for sure.
He shows that he's a great leader. He's leading his team. Tyrese Halliburton. 32-15 and what? 32-15 last night.
32-15-12, I believe. Yeah, that was
no turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no turnovers.
You know how you play like this? I think his peers rating him the most overrated. Really motivated him.
Oh, yes, it did.
He had this play show. Yeah, he had a few games he struggled in every now and then recently, but he was consistent the whole season, basically. Ever since that, they called him out, telling him he's most overrated. I think that's motivating him, inspiring him to show people like I can ball. And he's confident, but he ain't cocky. He just let his play show, man. He just the kid.
Exactly.
And he's not afraid of the moment. And I love it, man. I would love to see a New York Lakers finals. Yes, I would. Everybody love that. Would be a ratings. They would make probably $2 billion for the
right.
The Knicks and the Lakers was in the final stage. Hey, that would have been a ratings monster. They probably broke every record. Probably.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, this OKC, I'm predicting the OKC Indiana final. I think it's going to be some great basketball.
Bruce, I must have predicted they're both up 3-1.
No. He predicted all of this.
Bruce he did. Okay, gotcha.
Series so far in these playoffs. I don't know how he did it. Next year we got to listen to this dude and gamble. I mean, all right, you can gamble, but right. But nah, he has gotten every single series right. I don't know how he did it, but yeah, shout out to you for that, Bruce. You definitely been on point.
No, because he got the Lakers one wrong.
I ain't that dumb. I think I am.
But I mean, seriously, like every single series, I don't think I've seen somebody do that before. That's pretty
The
impressive.
Lakers went wrong. Got that one wrong.
Oh, okay. That's the only one he got wrong. That's right.
But I got wrong.
The Lakers series.
Remember I said I went to the transfer portal. Remember that episode? I said, I remember.
Okay.
Remember that episode? I recalled. I said, I've been switched out from the Lakers.
No, that was during the series, sir. You can't switch during the series.
But I said I get the transfer portal, though, bro.
No, you can't do that during the series in the middle of the season. No,
but look, even if we give him that, he still got every other series right. That's impressive. I can't front on that.
No, that's still impressive.
I think Indiana was overlooked because y'all remember they made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So and everybody stayed together. No big changes. A lot of teams need to take this model, giving up on your teams too soon and switching out too fast. And Rick Carlisle always been a great coach.
We know that. Yeah.
Well, that's why he left it. He left Dallas because of Luka. Luka won't listen.
Yeah,
that's why he said he don't even care about the money. Rick Carlisle, that's why he left. I see why. I understand. See, Rick Carlisle saw this years prior to when Nico Harris did. That's why he left Dallas, because he said Luka wouldn't fall in line. But everybody fall in the line in Indiana, and it's a great thing to see. They're playing a great brand of basketball, and it's fun to watch. Cross New York, real quick. Hi, they still got a puncher's chance. It's just
this thing over, bro.
It's over.
I think it's over in 6. I think they may survive the next game, but I think it's over in 6.
You think it's over? Well, hey, it's yet to be seen. You know, the history. I mean, like Mad Dog said today on First Pick, teams have came back from 3-1 deficits. I think who did it? I mean, I'm not comparing the Knicks to the Golden State, but Golden State ran down OKC that year. Remember?
Yeah.
OKC had them down 3-1 in the Western Finals. So it's possible. They got to punch the series. And I hear y'all talk about best fit. Y'all say Giannis. Well, it's going to have to happen on the trade. So you say get rid of Cat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going for free agent. If they don't get rid of Cat, the free agents that's available about the fit, I just looked at the list. I'm going with the best available player. I see DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
I'm saying if you can start DeMar DeRozan and bring, would you come off the? I'm talking about the free agents that's available, no trades.
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan available?
I'm talking about that's on the list. You got James Harden, you got LeBron James. They don't want no James Harden. There's him and Jalen Brunson. The ball hogs. So they ain't gonna work.
DeRozan just got an extension. We got traded.
Oh, he sure did.
DeMar DeRozan. He's not available.
Okay. So he's off the list. Who's on the list real quick? Just real quick before I get off. Like, who's somebody, free agents, not trades, like free agent.
I don't think there's many.
It's not many, bro. Yeah, it's not really no top dogs. All of them are like second or third tier guys.
Right.
Okay. So you think the Knicks going to give up on Pat so soon?
I think they got to do something to get over the hump. I think if you get a chance to get a Giannis or a KD, you got to take that. I think you have to.
KD says nah. He been proven he's not a winner. LSU's not a winner as of late. What has he done? He's been playing with three All-Stars, 2 All-Stars. Haven't got nothing done. You know, in Phoenix, Brooklyn, what? You haven't done what? If anybody, Giannis, no KD, nah. KD not serious about ball no more, man. Have he got his 2 rings? No. Maybe he would go to New York to love of the game or come back, but I don't think he loved the game like he once did. He just hooping the hoop. This is like he's like going to the rec. Come on, in Brooklyn, he had KD, James Harden, Phoenix, Booker, and Bradley Beal, Andre Ayton. 1 year. Goddamn.
No doubt. But listen, we're going to let you go, man, so we can get on to this next topic, man. Thank you for the call, bro.
All right, bro.
I got one person. Now, he's not a free agent until 2026, but not say he can't be traded. But Draymond Green.
Oh, hell no. No.
Defensive minded, and they ain't got no offense. I know that, but I'm just throwing it out there. Throwing it out.
Already a shell of himself. And secondly, if he plays outside of that system, you'll see.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. I can kind of agree with that.
All right, no doubt. All right, y'all. Good topic there. Let's go on to let's go on to the next topic. So this one here, I thought was very interesting. So this one I call TMac spoke the truth, right? Tracy McGrady. Do y'all know that he's starting up a one-on-one basketball league?
I've heard about that.
He's been working on that for a year. About 2 years.
He's been working on that for a while. So, of course, he was on some podcast. I can't remember the name of it. I should have looked that up. I apologize. But he was on there and he was discussing that. And, of course, you know, the topic of LeBron James came up. Now, this is interesting because a while back, if y'all remember, I did a show. And if you look on this channel, if you haven't seen it, go check it out after this. And I think it's entitled on the thumbnail, One-on-One Isn't Real Basketball. So on that particular show, somebody was interviewing Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves was like, listen, I'll play one-on-one against anybody. I love one-on-one. And yeah, I know, right? That three was crazy. And you know, Austin Reeves was like, I'll play one-on-one against anybody. And so the guy asked him, like, would you play against Bron? He was like, I'll play against him, but Bron don't play one-on-one. He said one-on-one is not real basketball, right? So, you know, I did the show breaking it down. Obviously, we know Kobe, the guy who so many people mistakenly say is not as good as LeBron. Kobe is one of the elite one-on-one players of all time. Michael Jordan, one of the elite one-on-one players of all time. Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, Paul Pierce, these kind of guys, right? And so, you know, this whole business of obviously Tracy McGrady, the dude we're going to listen to shortly, this whole business of LeBron, you know, so many people saying that he is what they say he is, you know, he's you know, a top whatever player of all time. Some people have him as a GOAT, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know how you can be that when my argument is always be that his offensive toolkit is limited. And as such, we see that he's a limited, you know, one-on-one type player. His one-on-one game is not great, right? And so McGrady basically said, like, he thinks that LeBron will get crushed in a one-on-one game. So before we listen to that sound, just kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on where LeBron is in terms of being a one-on-one player. What y'all think about that?
I'll give you two words. Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley has been said to have given LeBron the business one-on-one in private. And Michael Beasley has also been reported to have lost to a 50-year-old Michael Jordan one-on-one.
I've heard that as well.
That's all I'm going to say to that.
Well, there you go.
It's a good one.
So LeBron is good, I guess, with the fundamentals of being a team basketball player, but a one-on-one player, he doesn't seem to be up there.
One-on-one players. When it comes to winning a championship, do you need to be a better one-on-one player or a better team player?
Team player.
Well, we saw arguably the second best one-on-one player of all time get 5 of those things. So
who was that?
Kobe, I guess you're talking about.
Huh?
That guy right behind you. Pause.
Playing one-on-one?
No, not playing one-on-one, but in terms of being an elite one-on-one player. Arguably the second best one-on-one player ever.
So obviously you didn't watch the Kobe Gasol era. He was just playing one-on-one basketball then?
I didn't say he was playing. No,
you said 5.
No, I say he got 5, and he is he is arguably the second best one-on-one player ever.
But when it came to him, when it came to winning the championships, what was he more of, a one-on-one player or a team player?
Well, I will say this: his one-on-one abilities shine through in almost every championship situation. But you know, playing in the what do you call this, in the triangle, right? You have to have the one-on-one skills, but playing in the triangle makes one-on-one skills a little less. It doesn't allow for you to go. Yeah, it doesn't allow for you to go off one-on-one as much.
Right. Okay. When Jordan decided to be more of a one-on-one player, what happened to him?
He became more team-oriented, especially within that triangle.
No. I'm talking about before then. Before the triangle was invented, Jordan was a one-on-one player.
Man,
what kept happening to him?
Really? He was a one-on-one player? Go ahead.
No, I'm just what ended up happening to Jordan when he was more focused on one-on-one?
Well, I think that's the reason I'm not answering is because I think that's a myth.
What's a myth?
That he was more focused on one-on-one. His coach wasn't running a particular scheme like the triangle.
When he ran more one-on-one, is that a better question? When he ran more one-on-one, because obviously he was the leading scorer, leading shooter every single season, was he not? Pretty sure he was. What kept happening to Jordan when he decided to play more one-on-one, Michael Jordan? when it was all about him.
So, excuse me. Again, you're trying to walk.
I'm asking a question. Let me get to my point by asking a question.
Disingenuous, though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not disingenuous at all. It's a fact.
Go ahead and move.
It's a fact.
Towards your point. Let me hear
when Jordan was doing more one-on-one basketball, he kept getting bounced. When Kobe did it, bounced. James Harden did it, bounced. Carmelo did it, bounced. Allen Iverson almost made it, but he got bounced. When it's more one-on-one focused, winning doesn't follow that. That's my point. So like these conversations, we're talking about the NBA. What does you being a great one-on-one player actually truly mean when you're talking about the NBA? It's not 1 against 5. It's not one-on-one all the time. It's 5-on-5. But I think a team game.
I think it means more. I think it means more when it comes to about the fourth quarter. It does mean a lot more. When it comes down to about the final 2 minutes, I think it does mean more. When you can have a player who can find his own shot versus someone who has to play within the offense and nothing happens from that. Let's just say a team like, remember the Atlanta Hawks, they used to keep getting put out by LeBron and the Cavs. Like they were very team oriented and they were great in the regular season.
Go to.
Yeah, they had nobody to go to when it came to somebody who could get their own shot versus playing the team-oriented offense and just trying to pass the ball and just find the open man. It worked better when you had someone who could play one-on-one when it comes to those intense moments toward the end of the game. Now, through the first 3 quarters, yeah, you got me on that. But when it gets to the intense part of the game where you need a shot and defense is hawking on everybody and you're the only one who can break them down, that's when it matters.
I get it.
And that's when Kobe shined. That's when Jordan shined.
Yeah. But I'm talking about full blown. Yeah, full blown. We're playing this way the entirety of the game. What does that get them? It gets them nowhere. That's my point. So like I like what Laker Nation's saying. You want a combination of both, but more so the team guy. Because to Big Red's point, for the first 3 quarters, okay, we're team oriented. But in that fourth quarter, okay, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you more than most because now everything is going to be honed in on a certain aspect of the game, but you can outshine everybody in that moment. So that's where I was going with it. This wasn't to throw you in no trap, Bruce. I was asking a simple question: what kept happening to him? Like he kept getting bounced because it doesn't work. It doesn't work when you try to do that the entire game.
No, it doesn't. But can we also not ever mention James Harden and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan in the same sentence again?
No, I'm just saying because I'm just talking about more offensive like minded. I mean, we can consider James Harden as one of the greatest scorers. That's one of. You hate to say it, but one of.
Regular season guy. He was
regular season, yeah. One of the great scorers, right? So that's why I mentioned James Harden because James Harden, boy, 2017, 2018. We just couldn't stop the dude, man. Until the playoffs happened. It's some reason that light get bright and he go away like a cockroach in the middle of the night.
Mental thing.
Turn that light on. That man gone.
Yeah, right. That's strip club lights. Come on.
Right. But so I bring all this up to address more so though that McGrady was talking about the one-on-one element in terms of his what is this one-on-one league that he's starting up, and he had some comments to make, and he did mention LeBron, and in fairness, you know, he gave him his due for being an outstanding player, but it was interesting what he had to say, and it's funny because it kind of lends credence and gets into that. Obviously, McGrady is an all-time great offensive player. He's a Hall of Famer, and he's yet another one that, well, you'll hear who he mentions and who he doesn't. Let's just say
he didn't make the All 75 too, did he?
McGrady?
McGrady, I don't think he did.
I hope not.
I don't think he made the All 75.
I don't think he did.
My bad. I didn't mean to stop you, Bruce. I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't think he made the All.
No, that's fine. But now I think you're right.
Yeah, him and Dwight. Yeah, I don't think they made it.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
One, because I mean, he never won a playoff series. That's probably one of the reasons.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. He never won a playoff series.
No, he's not on there. He's not on there.
He's not on there? Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that no. Wow.
That's crazy to think about that. He never won one.
I thought he did. I just thought he never made it out of the second round
Oh no, that's what it is. You're right. He never made it out of the second round.
No, wait, not as the guy, right?
He was with the Spurs when he got it
on the bench, right, with that Spurs team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went to the final. That was going to be his first one, and that's the one where Ray Allen hit that shot
and saved LeBron. Yes, he did.
I'm not even gonna get into that.
But anyway, let's go ahead and hear what McGrady had to say, and then we'll go.
Who do you think the greatest one-on-one basketball player of all time is?
It's hard to decipher that, man, because if you look at LeBron, right? I think LeBron has been amazing for 22 freaking years, and he's been the best basketball player for God knows how long. But if you put him in one-on-one, I think he'll get crushed.
Ooh.
Not beat, not he'll lose. He'll get crushed. That's what McGrady said. Anyway, but in fairness, I'm not just going to focus on that because he did say LeBron's been freaking incredible.
Let him finish, Bruce. Don't tell him what he's going to say.
No, he said it already. You weren't listening. You was too busy watching what you was watching. You see?
No, he kept going.
I was giving him due for him praising LeBron and saying how amazing LeBron was for 22 years.
After you get crushed, not beat, not bought, crushed.
He did.
Oh yeah, but then one of the greatest. Come on, man, bro, you know what you be doing, man.
I'm being objective here. I also want to shine light on the fact that
you don't want to go over time. We got to cut that off. We don't want to go over time. Can't play all of it.
Right. Let's continue. Transformer.
Really? Yeah. I think he'll get crushed amongst guys that are actually in the NBA, and I'm sure LeBron will tell you that because his game is naturally built for a 5-on-5. He's not a one-on-one basketball player. Kobe is a one-on-one basketball player. Kyrie is a one-on-one basketball player. James Harden, these guys are one-on-one basketball players, and LeBron can't do anything with that. So I don't know. I just know, we always name the big name guys, but there's some guys out there that you don't think about that really can play one-on-one basketball.
In your prime, right? You said you don't want to smoke now, but maybe in your prime you're taking on anyone. I'm assuming. Do you think any non-NBA player on the planet could beat you one-on-one in your prime?
No.
Okay. I feel like you might say any NBA player one-on-one. You'll take him.
Not in Phil. No, because I felt like in my prime, I felt like I was the best in the world.
And so I think that you were definitely there. I think there's no argument there.
I was the best in the world, regardless of what, team success. I mean, individually, yeah, I felt like I was one of the best.
100%. You mentioned Kobe, and Kobe famously said that you were his toughest opponent to guard in the NBA. I wanted to ask you, who was the toughest opponent you ever had to guard in the NBA?
Kobe.
Serious question. Transformer. You know where I'm going with this. How come nobody ever says LeBron is the toughest person they have to guard in the NBA? Why does no one say that?
Because one-on-one, to be a triple threat, you need to be a great at all three facets of the game.
LeBron is
all threat. Three. You got to be at all five, right? Because you still got the layups and everything else. So you got to count that as well. And he's not necessarily great at all five. He's great at two, right? Driving the basketball and dunking. That's pretty much what he is. He can put you on a block, spin off of you, and make a good drive to the basket. He's never been known as a triple threat, like put you in a triple threat, and I'm gonna just launch it up on you, right? And I think that's when people look at when it comes like Carmelo, Tracy McGrady, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. They were so good at that off a post spin. If you look at Kobe at the top of the key, the post spin fake or the fadeaway jump shot, they all had that.
First pivot step through.
The step through off the backboard, like I can do all of that. LeBron started developing the fadeaway in like year 35. I mean, when he was like 35 years old, right?
So you had it right, year 35.
Yeah, year 35, right? It took him so long to add that to his repertoire, and now he's better at it. But it took him 16 years to start implementing that. Kobe, Melo, Tracy, Jordan, them boys started with that. They started with all of those moves to be, because in a one-on-one, it's me and you. There's no pass outlet. There's nobody to pass it out to. LeBron's strength is going through you. That's it. That's pretty much his solid strength.
That's
Kobe
correct.
and Jordan and Melo, well, not even because Melo's strength can go through you, but McGrady, their strength is finesse, dribble moves, penetration. I can take you out of the triple threat. That's when you come to one-on-one basketball, it's extremely different. So, I definitely agree. Tracy McGrady, they only had 9 points in the first quarter. This is over.
Yeah,
this is over.
Yeah, good night, T-Wolves. Anyway, my bad.
But yeah, man, LeBron has never been that. Considered one of the best team-oriented superstars. I mean, absolutely, without a shot of a doubt.
No question.
But one-on-one, Never consider LeBron.
Not to go against your point, because I can kind of agree with what you're saying, Transformer. But the same, you don't hear nobody say that about Shaq. Shaq pretty much was boiling over people. He wasn't as skilled as a lot of the centers from the 90s and so forth. But that's his thing, is lower his shoulder and go through you and shit like that. But people usually say he's one of the toughest people to guard one-on-one. But people
most
don't say
dominant
that.
player to ever play the game.
Yeah, but I still say I see that too. But I see people say, one-on-one, he was a tough one to deal with. But I don't see anybody say that LeBron. And I don't disagree with what you're saying. I don't disagree.
I get what you're saying, because you can put Shaq in a great one-on-one perspective, but that's for a center.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you in the block the whole time. Shaq ain't coming out to the free throw line. Anywhere past 10 feet, Shaq ain't there.
But think about this,
for
right?
centers, that's in a different category than
think about how dudes talk about trying to defend Carmelo. How do they talk about He's a tough cover. He's quick. One dribble.
That's what I say. He's the one that can go through you too.
Block, right?
Yeah, he can go through you.
Yeah, but for a dude who's so big and strong and supposedly more athletic than everybody, we don't hear these things about LeBron. That's what I'm putting. I just think it's interesting. But
it's the silkiness of the jump shot.
Finish the cook, huh?
Like if you look at the way LeBron played high school when he was at St.
Mary's.
Yeah, St. Mary's. It was always driving the basketball, attacking the rim. He was the best at what he did great. Driving. There's nobody that can stop me from getting to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when you got that, it's like, man, what else do I need to work on? He had a decent, jump shot. Decent, but he never really needed it.
But nobody could stop Mike from getting to the basket, but he continued to work on and add things, right?
But he was already a great shooter. He
Not
already had.
Not when he first got to the league.
We're talking about percentages. I'm saying he knew how to shoot. He knew how to shoot. He had that skill already in his repertoire. Bron didn't have that at St. Mary's. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to develop that as you go into the league. He didn't need to. They couldn't stop him from doing what he do best.
Right.
Attacking the basket. So.
Right. Let's continue.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
You talk about a man with over 30-something thousand points and, just naturally has the green light and the killer mentality and killer instinct. Like, some guys that, are the leading scorers for their team, you kind of take possessions off with them. You can't take no possessions off when you guard Kobe.
I can believe
right? So I naturally have to say Kobe.
Who would be a close second? Or who would be a second?
Melo.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Next.
Melo.
Okay, sure.
Melo will be a close second because of Melo is one of us, man. Melo doesn't need a lot of dribbles to get his game off, to get his shot off. I mean, he has a deceiving quickness with him, very explosive. He's physical. So you definitely have to add Melo up there.
And he's one of those one-on-one guys that could fall out in this type of league too.
For sure.
And in today's NBA, if you were playing right now, who would be your toughest guard?
In today's league? Probably have to say somebody like Giannis because I guarded, all the way to power forward. So Giannis would probably be that guy. I would have to disrespect Giannis and just back up because if I give him any driving lanes, being 7 foot, it's a problem. So I have to give him some space and let him, show me he can consistently knock down a mid range.
Interesting.
What
thoughts?
I mean, he's not wrong.
My thoughts
I mean, first of all, Kobe was Kobe. You know what I mean? Like Kobe was the carbon copy of Michael Jordan. I mean, you could put on a highlight tape and it'll literally look like a freaking softcore porn when it comes to NBA. The man was just footwork, post move,
work.
Like it's just work. The man went and trained with Akeem Olajuwon, came back with a pivoted foot that just didn't even make sense.
No, it did not. It did not.
Didn't LeBron train with King one season?
Yeah, just not
like one
summer. No, not the same. But
Dwight Howard too.
In order to name, I wish he would have named like somebody who's not a superstar because I got a couple of players where I'm like, boy, these dudes one-on-one. Michael Beasley being one, James Johnson. Not James Johnson.
What's the dude from the Hawks?
Yeah.
You think about it?
Joe Johnson. Yeah, Joe Johnson. Yeah. Joe Johnson?
Yeah.
Curtains.
One-on-one.
Curtains.
Yes.
Katino Mobley? Curtains. Curtains. Put me one-on-one.
Steve Francis? Curtains.
Curtains. You've been guarding these dudes one-on-one, bro.
Van Exel. That was a good one.
Van Exel. Curtains.
Yeah.
It's just straight curtains. 6th man of the year before Lou Williams kept getting them. Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Curry.
Cross. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
bro, one on one, please.
Great calls. Yeah.
They can shoot it. They can attack the basket.
Really?
They can who?
Wooded says that Kobe and Seth Sabalas are cousins. That's interesting.
Really?
Never heard of that.
I never heard that either.
Sabalas Italian?
That up. No, Sabalas not Italian, man. No.
That was
Sabalas,
Italian.
Nah, he's not Italian, man. Sabalas a brother, man.
You can be an Italian brother, bro. That stop you from being Italian?
You're right. You're right. Like Mario Balotelli. You're right. My bad. You're right. I'm sorry. When I think Italian,
he's a brother, man.
It's ignorant, but I don't normally think of brothers when I think about Italians. But you are correct.
He said, "No, he a Negro."
I'm not messing with you, man.
He could be an African Italian.
I no doubt, but when you think about Italians, do you really think about cats who look like you and me? Real talk. Come on, man. And you're
Okay,
right,
bro. It's okay. Okay.
No, I'm saying you're right. But it just
This is funny. It was like,
Hey, just to throw one out there, the Yongo Lupita, she's technically Mexican.
Really?
Her parents were born in Mexico.
Did not know that. Okay. All right. See, so you can be anything.
In this world today, yeah, you can.
Yeah. And if you don't like what you are when you started, you can change. Stop.
You can always
Get
change
out of here.
Don't do that. Format Podcast does not advocate for that foolishness.
You got to put that at the beginning of the show, man.
No, right? Yeah.
You got to your stuff at the beginning of the show.
All right.
Myself,
yeah, because you're a fool.
Oh man.
But no,
man. All in all, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I think I was just saying my point is that once again, we got an all-timer who, when it comes down to certain things, there's this guy that somehow gets left out of the discussion. And for a guy who's supposed to be what some people say he is, he gets left out of these discussions all too often. That's my point. I'm done.
Don't you think that speaks more to how great of a career he's had? Without him being in these conversations, he's still leading in scoring. He was still able to be a guy who can average 20 points since he was a rookie. 21 straight years for 20 straight years.
Yeah.
That speaks more to like he was so good at one thing that he was able to do it consistently great for 20 years.
Yes.
Right? Like not I mean, because to say you have to be an ISO, like great ISO 101 player, like that's great and all, but that's not the only way. There's two ways to skin a horse. I mean, skin a cat, my bad. You know what I mean? So you can skin a cat multiple ways.
A horse is harder, so stick with that one.
There's two ways to skin a horse. Right? So, like, just because you're doing it this way, he was so great at the opposite that he still made it to these lists. So I think that's more so to speak on the greatness as well, man. It doesn't mean like he's not on this list.
No, I just think it's funny that, you know, and again, it's one of the things that I talk about. There's a lot of people who won't put Kobe ahead of LeBron, but when these, and not just this particular one, in general, these discussions from, you know, real hoopers, right? Because I didn't play, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But yet still, most of the guys who actually played, the vast majority of them put Kobe ahead. So, I mean, I just think it's interesting. I do. And then again, listening to this clip and we hear him consistently leaving LeBron out of these things, I'm like, okay.
But that's part of the conversation. He don't want no LeBron type coming into his league.
Oh.
Hey man, don't come in on that bullet. No, I need you to be a triple threat guy. You come over here for one-on-one? Okay, you got to be a triple threat dude. We ain't coming over here to just see you bully your way through guys all day.
Well, let's look at it this way. Like, okay, a lot of people, I tried not to say, you know, LeBron's not a scorer. He does both. He may not be a top tier scorer like the people we just named, Tracy McGrady, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, whatever like that. But could LeBron be a scorer like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and be as successful? Or would he have to play the style of play he plays now? Because it seems like, and I'm not trying to, you know, shit on the dude, but he seems like he has to have other people around him in certain positions. He has to go to teams that have other scores around him, made it take the slack off of him to be successful, because he wouldn't be able to do that as being, because Michael Jordan, as you were saying earlier, man. You were trying to say, Michael Jordan was more of a one-on-one player, and you're right, he was. At some point, he had to drop down percentage of being a one-on-one player. He had to give the ball up a little bit more. Kobe had to give the ball up a little bit more, but essentially, they were still one-on-one players. They still took a big chunk of the offense with the Lakers and the Bulls, but they still led their teams to championships. Could LeBron have been able to play that type of style and been as successful as those two were? Which is still rare because there's not a lot of leading scorers, even though Kobe only won one scoring title technically. But there's not that many leading scorers of the league that won championships. Michael Jordan's one of the main ones, if not the only one that won multiple scoring titles and multiple championships playing that type of style. So that's kind of rare. Would LeBron been able to play that type of style and been successful instead of playing what he does now?
I don't think
if he was just nothing but a one-on-one player.
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Go ahead, Transform.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, because one, it's kind of hard to see you being something total opposite of what we just witnessed for 22 years straight. But his style makes you realize, like, you kind of get why he always wanted like a D Wade or a Kyrie Irving, because they are triple threat types. Like, he's not a triple threat type.
Yeah, we forgot to mention Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he got a Luka Doncic. Like, you're a triple threat type. Yeah. So I mean, for him to switch up to to be more of that.
I mean,
I don't think he wins that much.
Yeah, but I mean,
he wins as much as he got now.
We've seen him go into what I like to call God mode, like he did versus the Celtics that one year where he just could not be still. I call it God mode. That's been restricted to very few people, but he went in God mode versus my Celtics that one year where it looks like the Celtics were going to win again, but he ended up scoring like 48 points, something like that. He couldn't miss.
Oh, no. 40,
was that the year that Tatum dunked on him?
No. I'm talking about when Pierce and Garnett were
he cooked him. Oh, yeah, he cooked him.
About to close the series out, and he went to Boston and gave him 45, 15, and 7 in one of the greatest playoff performances of all time.
That's why I call God mode. That's what he went.
And I'm like, come on, man.
Talking when he was with the Heat, not when he was
with the Heat.
Yeah. Miami, and I mean, he, you know what?
That's when you get the meme when he's looking up and you got the angry eyes.
Yeah.
The one. That's the one.
Which also goes to me, like, I think that's why so many people kind of hate on LeBron a little bit, because we know it's in him, but he seems more passive a lot of times than being that scoring guy we think is in him. And being at that size and that speed, we think he should be. It's the same thing with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain would disappear in the playoffs. You see everything he do in the regular season. I'm not saying they're on the same skill level or whatever, but I'm just saying Wilt Chamberlain was known as this offensive juggernaut that could not be stopped. But then somewhere in the playoffs, he just go away. LeBron, he did his thing. Of course, sometimes he had buzzer beaters and he led his team to some finals. So I don't want to say the same exact way, but we see all that talent. And we say you should be able to win 80 championships with all the talent and the body you got. Why can't you do it?
I think it's mindset, man. I think there's obviously I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but it appears that with him, there's just been that general lack of confidence that he would be able to get it done, right? Like we heard Jerry Krause saying, and the reason I keep bringing up Michael Jordan, obviously I don't believe there's any comparison between LeBron and Michael Jordan. However, for whatever reason, those are the two guys that are closely compared in this made up fake media GOAT debate, right? But all that said, man, this Minnesota thing, man. Oh, but it's 48-20 right now. OKC, they blasting these dudes. This is good night. But the reason I say that is because Jerry Krause, who had no reason whatsoever to praise Michael Jordan with what Michael Jordan put him through, has said on numerous occasions that Michael Jordan never came to him, asked him for a trade, never asked him to get anybody, because he believed that Michael Jordan was so arrogant that he thought he could win with whoever was with him. And I don't know that LeBron ever truly had that mindset. I really don't. He just doesn't appear to see it that way, you know? And realistically, this is my thing, right? I think that, like Young Disciple says, that's not his game, and it's not his game. But I think the reason it's not his game is because he doesn't believe in it enough. Because think about it, in this modern NBA, LeBron should be utterly and completely unstoppable, right? He should have won more than he did. But this is what happens.
I mean, doesn't he have like one of the best averages in Game 7?
Oh,
it's more than just that. I mean, the man does show up.
Transformer, have I not said that he's arguably the best Game 7 player ever?
Yeah. So, I mean, he does show like, hey, he's going to get you 35, 40, 42. Like, he's going to do that, but something takes more.
What about the games before that?
Something's off.
What about the games before that? Game 6s and 5s and all that. So it won't get to Game 7.
It's a team game, Big Red. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about his averages. I ain't talking about the team.
He's still averaging plus 30
for Game 6s and 5. That's what I said. Not the same. Not the Game 7.
Are we talking about that 1 year in Dallas? Or are we talking about the entirety of his career?
I'm talking about the entirety of his career. What about before that? I'm not just talking about Game 7. What about before that? So they don't get to that because he also has a losing record in the finals too. All those.
We know why that happened.
No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't.
I know you don't. You don't see it, but you know.
Why did it happen? I don't know. You talking about to the team, or what are you saying?
Yeah, we saw what happened. We saw what happened when he was about to have a winning record.
Talking about for the war? Yeah, what are you saying? Because of the Warriors?
They went to go get their big brother because they couldn't, they couldn't handle that pressure. They couldn't handle that pressure.
I'm not gonna call it that because
SGA
they couldn't take that pressure.
I disagree with that, but go ahead.
I know you do because you want to.
No, not because I want to. No, because if I'm the Warriors,
the man still put out everything. I mean, he did everything he could to try to win a game. Just couldn't.
He did. I give him that, but I won't say that's the reason why they lost because at the same point they had a big three going up against the Mavericks who only had Dirk Nowitzki as the lone All-Star, and they still lost.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I'm saying, but we're talking about the entirety of a career. Are we talking about 1 year? Or we're talking about countless games of where this man's averaging the most points, rebounds, and assists for his team. Mm-hmm. And now we're saying, I mean, we wish he would have had a killer mentality. Like, bro, that don't even make sense. He's averaging 35 a game.
Oh, I wasn't saying that about for that series. I'm just talking about them.
No, I'm talking about for most of his series, he's averaging 30 in prime. We're not talking anything past 2020. But prior to 2020, except for that Dallas series, right, in the finals, I mean, other than that, the man's averaging, 30, 35 a game with eight rebounds, 8 assists. So how are we going to say, like, oh, we wish he would have had that killer mentality? I don't get that. I don't get it. The man's averaging 30, 35 points. What more do you want the man to do? I mean, he's only led the league in scoring one time. Once.
Yeah.
He's only led the league in attempts one time. Once. That was the year he led the team in scoring. Jordan got 10 titles. You know how many times he led the league in attempts? 7. You know what I mean? So just because he doesn't shoot the ball the most, because that's what we want to see. We want to see him take the most shots. But that's never been his game. He's never been the most shot taker.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what he's saying is maybe he should have, or maybe he should have changed his mentality so maybe he could have beat those teams that he lost against.
I mean, you take away the point, you take away the assist, and you add the points. I mean, it's the same thing. You take away 4 assists, and he averages 8 more points. It's the same metric. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Unless it's give a pass to someone who's not going to make that shot in that situation, and you have a better shot to make that shot than somebody off the bench or the 5th player on the team, whatever, on the spot. Maybe he had making it.
But then that goes back to this conversation.
What's that?
It took him forever to develop a jumper.
Yeah.
He didn't have it. So guess what? If I'm not good at it, why am I going to attempt it? If I know I'm a better passer, if I know that all eyes are on me and I'm the better driver of the basketball, I know you guys are focused on stopping me. And if I can make that quick pass and the guy's wide open, as far as the NBA and the way the game of basketball is supposed to be played, that's the better play. If I know I have a 33% 3-point shot, I shouldn't be taking that shot when I know this guy shoots 40. This guy shoots 38. These guys that I got, they're better shooters. So I get what we're trying to say, like Kobe, Jordan, even though they weren't the best of shooters, right? They had that shooter's mentality. Bron never had that. He's never had a shooter's mentality. So why are we trying to depict? Oh, God damn, woman, where you going? I'm so sorry, y'all. My wife just stepped out getting ready to go out. I'm about to shut some stuff down up in here.
Come on.
Yeah, shoot your shot. LeBron ain't gonna shoot a shot. Shoot your shot, man. Go ahead.
I shot my shot, but she my wife. Shit.
You got that ring. That's what happens.
I'm 10 years deep, baby.
You get a ring when you shoot your shot. That's what we're trying to tell you. LeBron shoot his shot, he'll keep getting the rings. Keep shooting your shot. That's what all we're trying to say. Jordan kept shooting his shot, he got 6 of them. LeBron would keep shooting his shot, he might have had 10 championships.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that's how it works because it's never worked. It's never worked.
Right. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's take it to the next topic. Let's do that. Or do you want to open up, take a call?
Can we combine? No, because this one's about previous players. LeBron, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could let's take two. Take 2 calls. Let's take 2 calls and then we'll move to the next one.
All right, go ahead,
This
man.
is a slightly different LeBron topic.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to call in, man, call in now, 904-219-8264. My bad, 904-219-8264. You guys got 5 minutes. We'll let you guys state your piece. What do you guys think about T-Mac's thoughts about one-on-one players? And is LeBron a great one-on-one player? The answer is no. But is he a great one-on-one player? And would he survive against a T-Mac, Kevin Durant? Ooh, that's another good one. He's a great ISO one-on-one player.
He is.
Carmelo Anthony, which Melo is like my top 5. When it comes to one-on-one, it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The man had power to add to everything else.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. How was Larry Bird such a great one-on-one player without the explosiveness or athleticism? Somebody tell me that.
Skill.
You just want to.
Skill.
Okay.
What does it got to do with anything? Why you want to talk about?
Somebody
said something about Larry Bird?
No, just ask.
Skill.
Oh, there you go. Skill. Okay.
What was the question asked for?
That was it. I honestly wanted to know.
Somebody must have said something about Larry Bird, man. Who's talking about white Jesus?
White Jesus,
man. What's up, Laker Nation?
What up, Transformer?
Laker Nation, what's good?
What up, Bruce?
What's going on, brother?
What up, new face I haven't seen before, Big Red? What's good, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man? My hours are 9 to 5. Call me then.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't catch the beginning of the topic. Had a quick little meeting, and I saw y'all was live, so I had to jump on here to see what y'all talking about. Because y'all always have some good topics to talk about on here.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm being in around basketball, coaching it, playing it all my life. All I'm going to say is the NBA is built to showcase those one-on-one matchups. So, and they advertise those one-on-one matchups. So the game is kind of tilted more towards that than all the other levels, which focus on teamwork. So, like I said earlier, to be successful in the NBA, you need a combination of the two. You need a good offensive team, but you also need a good ISO one-on-one player that can get buckets in tough situations when, things aren't looking up. So you get moments in the game where you need those ISO buckets. You need a guy that could just break away from the offense and just get a bucket for you, or draw a foul, get a key offensive possession, get 2 free throws, slow the game down. You need at least 1 or 2 of those on your squad. And the teams that have been successful with those had that balance. So we've seen it with the teams that have won multiple championships. They had that balance. So balance. So that's key. Like I said, balance. You can't have too much of one or the other. All right. Team basketball, yeah, it's good to get in the flow, have that game plan going, boom, boom, boom. But you're going to run into situations, especially in the playoffs, where somebody has to get a bucket. And what they do, they get the ball to their one-on-one guys, whether it's a post player or a perimeter player, to get those buckets in those moments, especially in the clutch. And we've seen in those moments, those are the ones that have been more successful. It don't matter about stats. It don't matter. Stats say one thing, but the end result is what matters more than anything else. And the ones that have won more had the perfect balance. So that's my take on that. I don't know if you guys are gonna rebuttal me while I'm on the phone or when I get off, but
we'll wait till you get off, bro. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead and spit.
So, but that's my take on it. I'm not going to get into the LeBron thing. I'm over that. I'm exhausted with that with that topic because it's pointless It's pointless right now. Because all I hear is LeBron supporters slamming other players, and they just make asses of themselves because they're speaking nonsense. All I'm gonna say is the results are there in the past, and you can't argue with the results. Those that they slam won more than him, regardless of what the stats and numbers say. They won more. Winning is what matters more than anything. That's why everybody put on a jersey and go out there. At the end of the day, everybody wants to win, no matter what. And that's all I'm gonna say. I love the show. Can't wait for the other topics, and I'm out.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it.
Great call from Laker Nation as always. Yeah. What do you guys think about what he had to say?
When it comes to getting a bucket, who's the overall leader in buckets in the last 2 minutes?
The overall bucket getter in the last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Who has a higher percentage of getting buckets, go ahead, game time situation?
I believe LeBron does.
So I don't get the point that he was trying to make. Just because it's not as pretty as Jordan and Kobe, is that why we're not counting it all of a sudden? Because last time I checked, he's the leader in that. Oh, my bad. That was for Lake Nation. But he's good. He's already off the call. So I don't get that. I don't get that part of the conversation. I get where he's going. I understand where he's going. You got to have that guy who can get you a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron averages 8 to 9 points in the fourth quarter. Is that not getting a bucket all of a sudden?
About this year?
Just his career.
Oh, his career. Okay.
His career. I think this year he was averaging 8 points a game in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Last time I checked, that's a lot. That's a lot of points in the fourth quarter. So he's like, just because it's not sexy, and this is the Nicaitlin Clark topic right here. It's not sexy. Just because it's not sexy the way he's getting the bucket, we're demeaning it for some odd reason, or we're just not counting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get why would we say that, but he gets buckets, so 7.5, and he's 40 years old getting 7.5 in the fourth quarter. So he's obviously scoring in the fourth quarter. He's scoring when it matters the most, but he's also passing. He's also rebounding. And for some odd reason this year, he's found some way to play some defense in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, I just don't get that. I mean, I get that, we find so many reasons to talk in a certain way about LeBron. I'm not going to say bad. I'm not going to say good, but let's be a little bit more realistic. I mean, okay, you need buckets. He gets points. A tie go-ahead situation. He leads in that. So he's done that. What are we actually talking about? You know what I mean? So that's my response to that.
Fair enough.
Is Pippen better than LeBron? Absolutely not. Who the fuck would think that?
Well, here's my response to what he was saying. Yeah, you can be a great one-on-one player, but you do have to have the team aspect. The reason why that is, we all know a lot of people who play street ball, and they can play great one-on-one basketball. Ray for Austin being one-on-one. Skip to Malou. Yeah, but how much?
Raptors, right?
He was on Raptors. He was on the Magic when he got torched by dude on the Celtics that one playoff year. When he slapped Eddie House when he was shooting threes all against him, and he slapped him across the head, knocked his headband off. But we know good and well Steve Kerr is not a great one-on-one, probably street ball player, but he's a great team player. And the NBA, yes, it is built for some one-on-one, but you got to have the team aspect in there too. You can't just be a great one-on-one player. You won't last long. And that's why you don't see a lot of street ball players in the NBA, because they don't have that other part. A lot of them haven't even played college and learned how to do that part. Maybe they play a little bit of high school and their dreams dropped off, but you got to have more than just a one-on-one aspect to be able to play in the NBA. That's part of it, but that's not it.
I think that shows in the championship winners. You look at, since the Lakers won the back-to-back, you look at the teams that's won, all of them were team type of wins. There were more so team-oriented wins than having the greatest one-on-one player in the game on my team to win a game. You got the Spurs, you got Golden State, you got Toronto, you got Milwaukee, you got the Denver Nuggets, you got the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? None of those guys scream, I got the best one-on-one player in the game to me. You know what I mean? So, like, did we have the MVP? Absolutely. Milwaukee, MVP, and Giannis. But, like, are you counting him as the best one-on-one player that year? Absolutely not. You're not saying that. Jokic, are you counting him as the best one-on-one player? No, you're not. You're not saying that. You know what I mean? So we've moved. The game has moved so far from the. I get what they say. Like, it's sexy. The one-on-ones, they're sexy. We want to watch those. They're sexy. But what wins? Teams win. You know. So there
you have it. Fair enough. All right.
You pick these topics. Now you don't want to hear about them.
No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I'm blown away by how Minnesota is not even.
Turn that shit off. I did.
It looks like they're not even trying to transform it. I'm like,
what did I
doing here?
Pause in the segment. What did I tell y'all after game 3? What did I tell you?
What did you say?
Because we was like when Minnesota blew them out by like 40 or whatever. That game. Everybody was like, man, we don't know, man. This could be OKC said, bro, we don't care about this.
Yeah.
We taking this back to OKC.
Yeah.
This team team was cooked. In game 3, coach said, hey man, y'all come sit down. Come on. Yeah, come sit down. We ain't Come on, sit down.
Anthony Edwards ain't got the motor. His mouth has the motor, but his play don't have the motor.
The motivation, it's like the man rather take out dinosaurs than play his peers. The man rather take out Bron and Steph Curry. But hey man, come to Shea. Nah, man.
I'll tell you, man. KD needs to go to Minnesota. That's the one. Not New York. He needs to be in Minnesota.
It was rather pay child support to play this game, man.
Wow. Well, he better realize this game is what allowed him to play that 18 the child support off top like that. Oh my goodness. He better realize.
Knock it out in one whop.
Well, yeah, we can absolutely stop saying Anthony Edwards will be the face of the league, just like we saying Tatum won't be the face of the league. Carrying on. All right. So
I said he should, but not like this.
Nah, man, he ain't even.
Definitely not now, probably.
Oh,
this
that boy SGA is a real deal, man. SGA is tough.
He could carry the league, but because he's from what? He's from Canada, right?
Canada.
Yeah, they don't want him because he's from Canada.
States though, so it's not like he was in Canada the whole time, came down and just took over, right?
Okay.
Not like Jokic.
High school, and then I think he played for Kentucky too. So
yeah.
Like Jokic literally came over here and said, "Hey,
correct.
I'm here to play ball during the offseason. I'm taking that first flight back home."
Going back to his horse.
Serbia?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
First flight back to Serbia.
From Slovenia.
Yeah, no, Lucas Slovenian.
Yeah.
Damn, 33 points.
Yeah.
Yes. I told Bruce, turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, bro, them folks can't bring the ball up the court.
It's halftime. Man, I thought that was third quarter.
Transformer, they're not playing with pride, Transformer.
I mean, is there a Timberwolf pride?
No, but they're not playing with any pride. And we've seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah, that was
I can laugh about it now, okay?
good. Okay, we good. We can talk about. Okay, good. We can make jokes about it now.
Absolutely, I'm okay now. I had to recover. It was hurtful.
Wootage Clippers. That's probably the most one-sided trade when you look at it after the fact.
Man, listen, but
SGA
nobody
for
could
Paul
have known
George?
that NBA would become this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you look at it after the fact, way after.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and take it to the next topic. We got 2 left. Let's do it. Okay. So LeBron is at it again, man. LeBron is at it again. Why do I say LeBron is at it again? Let me ask you all this, right? What did I say when Mind the Game podcast first came out? What did I say that show was going to be?
I don't even know what podcast that is.
The Mind the Game, LeBron's podcast, where he's supposed to be teaching the game of basketball.
Oh, got you.
More.
I never knew the name of it. My bad. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, Mind the Game. No. Do you remember what I said it was going to be when it first came out last season? Do you remember?
Help me out.
Okay. I said it was going to be just another opportunity to push the LeBron propaganda, right?
Oh, shit.
Said that. Now, do they teach some basketball concepts? Yeah, but really all it is an opportunity for him to sit back and glaze himself and for other people to glaze him. That's what it is, right? It is a LeBron glazing session. That is what Mind the Game is. And like, if you watch these shows, it's like that show in particular, Mind the Game. First, it was JJ Redick last season. Now it's Steve Nash this season. It's like,
oh, so he's gonna be an assistant coach next year.
Got it. He might be. He might be. But it's like, come on, man. Like, can we do better than this? Anyway, LeBron says a lot of things on the Mind the Game pod, and to me, a lot of them are ridiculous. Speaking of that, shout out to Uncommon Sense. I love how he says, "Fanboys, you are ridiculous, and so is your king." But by the way, Uncommon Sense, great channel. Y'all need to subscribe to that if you're not already. Anyway, yeah, so LeBron, he takes the time to say a lot of things that are kind of wild. A lot of the bugged out stuff that he says, I pulled from that show. And this is just another opportunity, right? So this is the guy that he's talking about, be respectful of all errors, right? LeBron has said that, right? And in the same episode, then he's going on to attack other errors, but whatever. So this is just another opportunity that he had to do that, sitting down, talking with Steve Nash. And now he decided he was going to say some things that took shots at the previous errors, right? Okay, cool. So let's
say
go
errors, but he directed it somewhere. You're just not catching it, but go ahead.
Okay, the previous era. You're right. The previous era, like that 80s, 90s era. So you're right. Not eras, that particular era. And, so let's go ahead. You ready to listen? Or, you know what? Before we start the clips, let me get you guys' thoughts on kind of where you are on how LeBron feels about the previous era and what they have to say about the game today. Because I have a very specific thought of why he is about how he is about them. So where are you guys with it?
Doesn't seem like it seems like he's on the same plane as JJ Redick is, just not as loud with his opinion. You know, from what I've understand, he's had some hand with the 90s trend that came out, from what I've heard. I can't say for sure. But I think he probably has a little bit of respect for the 90s, but since that's where Jordan has gotten a lot of his acclaim for, he's done stuff to try to downplay that era. And of course the era before. Now, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he say, may be wrong, but didn't he say something about if they put Giannis in the 1970s or what, he would score like 100 points or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Like 150 or something like that.
Giannis would score 250 points in a game.
Yeah.
I thought so. So yeah, I don't think he has as much respect for that era before, but I think a lot of it goes into he wants more respect given to him now, so he downplays those eras to lift himself up, which that doesn't need to be done. And I think Rob Parker, I think he's spoken about that a lot. That why in the world is the NBA seems like the only league to do that. The NFL doesn't really do that about past eras. The NBA seems to only talk about either eras now being garbage or eras before being garbage, but there's no respect with that. It's kind of almost the same thing with hip hop music too. I mean, I'm probably
no respect from 90s music to now.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
No bars. All what they call it, mumble rap,
nursery rhymes, all that. That's a classic song right there. You just did.
What you try? What you trying to say? Was that a
what you asked me a question?
Oh yeah, no, you trying to say something? I felt like you was taking a shot at me.
What the hibbity-dibbity-sibbity-dibbity?
No, I feel like you was taking a shot at me because I always be talking about the mumble.
No, rappers. Man, that's a Snoop Dogg reference, bro.
I know. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying in general, your general commentary about the hip hop heads, man.
No. That time, no, that wasn't about you. No.
Okay.
I didn't do that
not that time.
Not that time. You are part of it, though. I think. You just brought it up, but I wasn't thinking about you when I said it. No.
Rappers were better back then. Yes, they were. They actually took pride in their craft. Yes.
Yeah. But no, man, my stance, very, very simple. And we mentioned this some shows ago. Maybe about a couple of months ago. We had a discussion about it. LeBron James, if you look at LeBron, the man has been in the league for so fucking long. It just doesn't make sense. LeBron James, in tons of interviews, paid a lot of homage to the guys who came before him. Let's not forget that. Always paid homage to the guys he was playing with, paid homage to the guys that came right before him and those long before him. For years and years and years, he has done just that. As of recent, for the last, I would say, give or take 3-4 years, what has the loud voices, not going to say all because all is a bad term, what has the loud voices on media from those eras been saying about today's game?
That today's game is problematic. They shoot too many threes. They don't play enough defense. Game's not physical enough. Guys don't care enough. And I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Complaining. Yeah, no. I got you. Complaining. All fairness to the reason why, but that's all we hear. That's all we hear. It's always, oh man, yeah, I could have scored 50 in this era. Oh, I could have kept playing if they would allow me to play deep. Oh man, if they took the hand check away, blah blah blah. It's always complaining. It's never no. Man, these guys are great. All right. These guys are just doing it different than what we does. There's no true praise from the older guys coming to the ones with the mouths. Not like you're not saying all of the older guys, because there's guys who respect today's game, but their voice isn't loud enough. They're not on NBA on TNT. They're not on the segments on Sports Center. They're not on First Take. They're not on Undisputed and all of these platforms. They're not the ones on there. But the ones that get all that media publicity, they're the ones who are speaking loudly negative about today's game. I can do this. I can do that. Oh, if they would allow me to do this, I could have did that. These guys, this guy.
What they're saying true though. That's the problem. Like hit dogs holler. What they're saying is true. That's the real problem. That's why these young cats are upset. And to top it off, the young cats are the ones that started it by disrespecting the previous generation because they need that to lift themselves up. Because anybody who knows basketball knows, and I keep using the same analogy. At the end of the day, if we both run 2 miles, but you run yours uphill and I run mine flat, am I really faster than you? I'm not. But I have less resistance. You see what I'm saying? And I keep saying it. We can easily go back to what's my man's name? Oh my gosh. I can't remember his name, but he was president of basketball operations for the NBA around 2004, 2005. Cannot remember his name. He used the Knicks. No, not Thorne.
No.
He used to be with the Knicks. But the point is,
I know what you're talking about. I can't think.
Yeah, and I remember his name. It slipped me. But the point
That's
is,
a Jeopardy question. I wouldn't know that one.
You'll know it when you hear it. But the point is, he admitted. Oh, you have to Stu Jackson. Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Yeah.
He admitted. Oh, you can go look this up. That they changed the rules to allow for the offense to do more. These are on wax. This stuff is easy to see. So when now you get the generation from previous talking about that, what up, Mark with glasses? When you get the generation from the previous generation stars talking about that and saying, yo, if they let me travel, if they let me carry, if they didn't let anybody foul me, of course I would score 50 all the time, right? So these dudes aren't lying, but the young cats now are upset at a simple, irrefutable truth. Yeah. I don't even understand that.
Because there's a way you can do it.
But
it doesn't need to be so if I played this game for 20 years.
Great point, Nino.
I played this game for 20 years. Then all of a sudden, the rules change after I leave.
Mm-hmm.
If this is a game that I love, I should still be finding a way to still promote. If it's still something that I love and I'm that passionate about, the rules change. The rules change before the 90s.
But see,
the 3-point line, because guess what? We want y'all to shoot more. We want y'all to shoot more threes. They did it then.
Here's the big difference, though, Transformer. Is the huge difference between what these. I'm guessing you're talking about the TNT guys. I guess you're talking about Barkley.
Oh, there's plenty of them. Barkley's one of the main guys.
What they mainly talk about is today's players or yesterday's players playing today's leagues because the rules are different. Today's players are talking. Yesteryear's players are just playing garbage. They're mailmen and plumbers and stuff. They're talking about the individuals. They're not talking about the rules.
Right. Straight disrespect. That's
who
true.
Who said anything about that? That sounds more fan.
JJ Redick. What do you mean, JJ Redick?
Yeah, that's a big one.
JJ Redick.
A lot of these we done with the 90s things. That's what they talk. They talk about the players. They don't talk about the rules. Most of the time, people from yesteryear talk about. You said Wilt talked about Jordan one time saying you wouldn't have lasted in our day because the rules were different. He didn't say because your skills are horrible or you're a plumber. Most of yesteryear's players talk about the rules differences. People talk about the individuals are just terrible from the 90s and the 80s and 70s. That's where it's more disrespectful to me.
Are you hearing it from the superstars or just dudes who sat the bench their whole career?
You talking about from today's people?
Yeah. Because you just mentioned JJ Redick. That man ain't nobody.
No, you're hearing it from all of them.
He's just nobody. He's a head coach of your team.
Mm-hmm.
As a player. I'm talking about as a player. That man didn't do nothing in the league.
Yeah, who also was a great player at Duke as well, too.
Yeah, he's in college. But as far as we're talking NBA. We ain't talking college. We're talking NBA.
Most of those players are still playing. KD, I think, have said something like that to that degree. I could be totally wrong on that, but
he said he's coaching. He don't like coaching.
Coaching?
Yeah, that's KD's more about coaching. He's never disrespected previous players, to my knowledge.
Most of the time, he does give praise to previous players before, but I've heard him say that the players of the day would be able to smash the players of yesteryear. Maybe not as disrespectful as JJ Redick.
More competitive type talk, right? From KD. Yeah, you'll get that. That's respectful. But like I've never heard KD go like all them bums or whatever that. He's just like, no, we can beat them. You're like, put our 5 against their 5 and watch we beat them. I mean, that's more competitive talk than it is.
Draymond Green. That's another one. Draymond Green has said stuff like that about yesteryear players.
Future Hall of Famer, blatantly, horribly disrespectful. Anthony Edwards, we talked about it. The only player that had.
There you go.
That boy just lost. That's an anomaly.
He's the only one from that era that would be able to play today. He said that.
Yes.
Hey, he's in a different category.
He's an all-star, perennial all-star at this point. Who's trying to be the
superstar? Trying to be.
He ain't tonight. He's definitely not tonight.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think Minnesota is a team tonight.
It's a bad look.
They're losing together as a team.
Oh my
God. 34 is crazy work.
Did it get worse?
Yes, 71 right now, Minnesota. I mean, OKC, I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and let's hear what LeBron had to say in terms of this particular topic. I heard him say this on the end of the Mind the Game podcast, and this is kind of what brought up this topic for me. Transformer, pay attention, man.
I think the other part
just did something he could. My bad.
I think the other part is
you good, man. We'll start the clip over. All right.
I think the other part is like, you know, I'm obviously older than you, and my generation was slightly not that much different because you didn't have social media when you were in high school, did you?
No.
So, you know, thinking in that way, like, what did we do? We went out and played.
That's it.
So we played with we learned through the hours, through trial and error, more so than technology.
Yeah, for sure.
The phone,
for sure.
The commercialization.
No basketball trainers and shit like that,
right? Get your own rebound.
Get your own rebound. Right? Spin the ball out, turn around, jab, do your jab steps, one dribble, shoot.
Wait, see, why is it? First of all, see, before we even get into the LeBron, you know, this and the previous, why is he lying here talking about turn around, spin, jab step, one dribble, shoot? LeBron don't do that. We just finished talking about how we don't have those skills. Those one-on-one skills. He doesn't have that. So what does he talk about? See, why this dude always lying, man?
He's not good at it. Doesn't mean he didn't do the shit in practice, Bruce. Damn, man. You watch the practices?
Then what was he practicing? If he's not good at it, isn't that the point of practice?
Shaq used to practice free throws all day. He was still horrible.
Did he practice free throws?
He practiced like, bro, I'm not good at that, but I'm going to do it. But
if you shoot him enough, you'll get that.
We criticize him for that, too.
Hey, man, Kobe practiced a whole lot, and didn't it pay off? Just saying.
The same thing work for everybody else? How many times you practice growing your hair back? Did it pay off?
Wow. Now that's come on, man.
I mean, we in the same boat. We both ball. How many times you practice that? Did it grow back?
No,
it don't mean it works.
It did not grow back.
No, that's like that dude with just one arm. He can't shoot with both arms. That's a handicap, man.
That's a handicap. You can't practice?
Yeah, Shaq ain't handicapped. He
practiced a whole hell of a lot because he be out there killing.
He do.
College ball with one arm. Like, wow.
I don't know how, but yeah, he's done it.
He projected second round, too.
That's what I've heard.
Crazy.
That's amazing in itself.
Boy.
Oh my gosh. But let's go let's continue.
Right. And that doesn't mean that's better.
Right.
Everything's getting better. Right. It's just a matter of finding the balance. Right. Like where can we add some of the things we learned in the past back into the flow of information? But man, that's why I like your point. I love the way you ended that with just the game is beautiful, man. Mm-hmm. Like I know a lot of players in my generation are critical of the game. I watch these playoff games, man. I love the game. I love the NBA. I love the little battles, the chess matches, the randomness, but with principles. You know, to me, it's in a beautiful place.
And I love the growing up. I mean, shit. They just the older generation, they make you not want to love the game that I grew up watching.
Right.
How did
But let him finish. Let him finish because he's about to talk about why. Let him get to his why. You stop him at the point.
Knicks versus Bulls playoff series, or Pacers versus Knicks playoff series.
Loved.
Like I love that. Right. Like or even like you know, obviously I'm from a small town outside of Cleveland, but watching the Cavs get an opportunity to play against MJ, didn't never see it live, obviously, but everybody's excited about it. Seeing Charles Barkley play in Phoenix, like take his talents to Phoenix and help them get to the finals was like so fucking dope.
Yeah,
Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, like those guys are really good players, but they weren't like top of the line guys and got them to the finals. And then like the generation, they talk so much shit about the game today, and it make you go back and watch the game back then, and it makes you not even want to appreciate it no more like I did when I was a kid. Like it was like,
no.
Like
it's a great point. It's a great point. When you go back and watch now, it doesn't feel as good as it did at the time.
It does not.
But it was great.
It feels better.
My point exactly.
What is your point?
He ain't trying to piss on them guys. He just you tired of hearing that shit.
Well,
you get tired. Like if you keep poo-pooing on the game that I love, like now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at your game a little different. Like,
no,
man,
but
was y'all really that great? Like,
no, but the reason he takes shots, right? Because like you said, he was on wax for many years, always giving props to the previous generations.
Always.
Right. I'm not.
And what changed?
Hold on. I'm about to tell you. You notice when he stopped doing that? When did he stop doing that?
in the last 3-4 years.
He said that one right there made me the greatest of all time. All of a sudden, all that respect he had for the previous generations dried right up. Big Red, am I lying?
You're not lying. That's this last 3 or 4 years now. He been being disrespectful to the generation. He started getting a little bit more disrespectful after that Cleveland championship.
Saying what? Because he called himself the greatest?
No.
Previous?
But that's
talking down on past generations. I mean, let's just say this. Is he wrong?
Saying what? Saying what? I need to hear the what. What did he say?
You want me to go down the whole list? I don't have the list on, but out there, let's listen. Okay, listen to this. Is he wrong for criticizing this generation today? Would he be wrong?
Who is he?
LeBron.
Is he wrong for criticizing this generation?
What he's doing right now, yes. The generation playing today. Is he wrong? He didn't say anything about he has a high displeasure for the 3-point volume that's happening today in the NBA.
He did say
so does everybody.
So what's wrong with the past generation to criticize?
Oh, they can't because, you know.
You're talking about he's talking about an aspect of the game.
And that's what today's the past generation are the aspect of the game. Just like today's generation is talking about the players.
On the entirety of it.
I just named one. That was recent. That was 2024. He said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, but why is it the difference? What's the difference though?
It's okay because LeBron
y'all
said
y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing
why can't the old generation not say anything about the play of today, which is what mainly they talk about, but the new generation can talk about the players, not the play. The players suck. That's what they say. Why can't they say something about today's game? He can. And he plays today. He's just being honest. And I appreciate him for being honest. That's what Barkley and them are doing. They may not be right, but they're being honest. What's wrong with that?
Because I don't hear Bron call all these bums out here. Oh yeah, like playing like bums and blah blah blah. All these rule changes and they're still playing like bums. All these big men can't even do a pivot, can't even do that. That's talking down on the game.
If you're
Bron doesn't like the fact that we're like, oh man, we just take too many threes. They telling us to take too many threes.
No, that's not how he said it. Nah, okay.
But when that's all he's talking about. These older guys on these shows are talking about everything. They complain about literally everything about today's game of basketball. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're comparing everything to the man don't like shooting all these threes. He's not poo-pooing on the players. Bron ain't poo-pooing on these players, on these young guys. He's praising them.
It's by saying Giannis could score 150 points in the 70s. That's not poo-pooing on the players back then.
No, I'm talking about this generation. He's not poo-pooing on his own generation.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying
talk about both.
If he can say something about it, why can't the old folks say stuff about today?
He's responding to that. That's what I'm saying. He's responding to them.
No, comment is also a comment too. He don't have to.
Y'all got it. It's just it's more so because it's fucking LeBron. It's so exhausting, bro. It's so exhausting. It's because it's LeBron. That's why we don't like it.
It is exhausting. Oh, that's why we don't like it.
It's exhausting. It's because it's Bron, bro.
No, I'm saying that 2 wrongs don't make it right. If you're gonna complain about that generation is talking about you, why are you doing it?
That's right.
Because you're tired of that shit.
Right.
Transforming.
You're tired of it.
You're tired of it.
Okay, Big Red. If I keep slapping you in the face, right, and you're just like, oh, I'm not a fighter. I don't fight. But if I keep slapping you in the face, what are you eventually gonna get tired of and do to me? You're gonna try to knock my head off.
Well, the slapping ain't gonna continue. It's gonna stop after. You're not gonna keep slapping me. It's gonna be one slap and that's it. And
precisely.
Then we might be friends after that. But we're
gonna squabble, and then we're gonna come to a certain understanding.
Yeah,
you're missing 2 important things, Transformer. Thing one, these so-called old head haters. That's one. They're telling the truth. In all seriousness, they're not lying about what they're saying. That's one. And number 2, you're missing the point that because LeBron says it, somehow you feel you must defend it. And
no, that's not what I'm doing. You're poo-pooing because it's LeBron. That's the reason. That's the only reason why we fucking talking about it.
What Big Red is saying here, and I don't want to speak for Big Red, but I think what he's trying to say, he's asking the very simple question of Why is it a big deal when the previous generation criticizes, but if LeBron criticizes, it's okay? He's saying the same thing they're saying. And
he's not shitting on the players.
Wait a minute. First of all, this modern generation is the one who started this whole thing by disrespecting the past. They started this, right?
When?
And then when
you say Anthony Edwards, I'm hanging up. When?
Okay, so we can start with the JJ Redick, right? The JJ
That happened
Redick.
last year.
That wasn't last year.
That wasn't just last year. When he was on First Take, he was doing that
a few years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Keep going. Name me another one.
So what
outside of the last 3 to 4 years, name me somebody else.
That talked about the old generation?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They talked about
well, no, my bad. No, I was gonna say my bad. I was gonna say that this kind of started around the time when LeBron says, you know, I'm the greatest of all time. Now, I'm not saying he was disrespecting the previous generation by saying that. I'm saying this is where it kind of started in terms of, you know, these players being disrespectful to the previous generation. Now, if I'm gonna be upfront, I'm not prepared with a list of commentary that these players said about the previous, right? I'm not prepared with a list for that because that wasn't the topic. But at the end of the day,
I'll give you some. Go ahead.
If we don't know that the modern players do that, really? Come on, man.
I'll give you some.
I'm not saying that they don't.
Transform, I'll give you one. And we'll stick with LeBron. How he's tried to talk about how easy that Jordan had in his path to the finals, how easy he had in the defense of the 80s and the 90s he had to get those 6 championships. And I'm not talking about just the whole generation. I'm just talking about Jordan. That's kind of where it started and spawned off into all these other players from the 80s and 90s. He had to down the 80s and 90s players and say, hey, Jordan didn't play in a competitive league like that. JJ was part of it too, because that's a part of his crew. But that kind of started when that whole GOAT conversation started. In order to get ahead on the GOAT conversation, he had to down what Jordan played in or who he played against to raise him to the number 1 spot in the GOAT conversation. That's where it kind of started. And then it kind of spouted off into the whole era of the 90s, 80s, 60s, and all that was terrible. That's where it kind of started. That was before the last 4 or 5 years. That was to Bruce's point about when he won that championship. What was 2016 or so when with Cleveland? That's where it kind of started.
Transformer, how many times have I said this on this show? How many times have I said, if LeBron is what he says he is, why can't his work stand for itself? How many times have I asked that question? About 1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've asked that question 1 million times. Where do you think that came from? You think I'm just saying that to say it?
You say a lot of stuff to just say it, in my opinion, but go ahead. When it comes to this guy,
you know me better than that.
No, because some of this stuff get ridiculous, bro.
I know.
Stuff gets ridiculous.
The reason I say that is because him and his people, it's not just, okay, LeBron has done A, B, and C. This is what makes him the greatest. It's, if you notice, it's all LeBron has done A, B, and C. This is what makes him the greatest. And those guys didn't do anything. Those guys sucked. Michael Jordan couldn't do this. Michael Jordan couldn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Right? That's what we get. That's what we get. And that's why I always ask the question, if LeBron is that, why can't his work stand for itself? And it's pretty simple. It really is. But I just didn't think that I just thought that this was interesting in that I didn't understand why he consistently has to, he and his people and this modern generation of basketball consistently has to take shots at the previous generation. As Big Red said, this is the only sport where we see that happening. And again, to your point, Transformer, LeBron in the past consistently gave shouts, props, and big ups to the previous generation. But when he started calling himself the GOAT, then all of a sudden he couldn't get it done anymore. Not couldn't get it done. I'm sorry. That was when all the insults to the previous generations popped up.
And a lot of times it feels like the insult for him is him being called second in the GOAT conversation.
Which is crazy.
To me, it's not an insult. Yeah, you don't have to be number 1 on everyone's list, but I've seen a lot of times when people call him second in the GOAT list, and him or his manager, whatever you call him, they take offense to that. Would you agree with that?
Y'all got it at this point.
I'm just asking a question. I don't know what would you agree that they take offense to him being second on the list? not being called
LeBron fans?
LeBron. No, just LeBron, period.
If I consider myself the greatest of all time, yeah, I'm gonna take a little offense to that. You think
No, not just offense. It's an insult.
He knows better than that.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how we got here when the man explained why he's talking the way he's talking.
Again, I don't have a problem with talking, but I have a problem with him saying it's a problem for other people to say stuff about his generation as well. And he's also said something about this generation. So why is it a problem now?
He's not talking about. You guys are missing what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Let me hear you.
He's talking about an aspect of the game and the direction that it's going.
That's part of this generation, though.
On the players.
He's not pooping on the players.
On the players.
Well, wait a minute. And
the rules, the player. I'm done. Y'all got it, G, man. Welcome to the group, man. We ain't even announced my man. G, welcome to the party, bro.
Hey, man. Sorry I'm late, fellas. Busy day, man. Today was my daughter's her senior farewell today. So.
Oh man, congratulations, boy! One more out the house.
Man,
is this the last one?
Tough day, man. Tough day. Yeah, man. I teared up a little bit, man. But I just want to give my 2 cents on the LeBron subject that you guys got going on. Not so much what you guys have been talking about, but like kind of my view on LeBron. I think is really like just he on his victory lap shit, man. Like even if it take 2 years, like I don't think he is involved as everybody think he is, right? Like I'm not necessarily sure he's competing to win the chip. I think he's looking for ways to like put himself in a better position to win. Because I mean, just looking at that Lakers team this year, and a lot of people didn't see them getting that gentleman sweep. I think it's just all showmanship, man. Like I think you at this point, you lead the league in points. He just there for the ride, man. Like I don't think his body will allow him to compete with these younger group, man. These kids are up and down the court, and it's just a different game. It's a different game. It's a different speed. Say, Bubba, what's going on, brother? But yeah, man. Like I was looking at how. I was looking at pretty much like kind of like what I've been seeing as far as from a Mike perspective. Like MJ, they say he coming back to the desk. He coming to the analyst desk to speak on this generation and give LeBron his props. That's what they said. That's what I mean. That's I don't know if you guys saw that headline.
Yeah, I saw it.
Tagline. Yeah, but that's what we say, man. We only take things for face value until we see otherwise. I don't know what you guys were talking about because I've been rushing to get on here. But Big Red, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
No, man. It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple years since like almost like a family reunion up in here.
Yeah, man. It's good to see the four horsemen out here. Good to see the four horsemen out here, man.
That boy G funny boy.
Oh man.
Okay. One more thing, Transform. Right or wrong, whether you agree with it or not, I just want to hear your opinion. I think we mentioned it earlier. When LeBron mentioned about Giannis, and I look at the quote, he said 250 points on 70s players.
Over exaggeration.
Yeah. Are you okay with that? Or are you again? I don't have a problem if you want to state your opinion about it. I don't have a problem because I might have said something like that too. I don't know. Old people talk about new generation. New people talk about old generation. Do you have a problem when he said that?
No.
Okay. I only have a problem with this. He has a problem with the old generation. That's the only thing I got a problem with. Speak your mind if you want to speak it. That's the only thing I got a problem with. If he has a problem with the old generation, everyone be able to talk about what we do that shit. How many times we went to a barbecue somewhere and family reunion to
young boys, boy, y'all got it good these days.
Yeah. You all know nothing about no real music. The Temptation, boy, y'all don't dance 2-step. Y'all ain't got no vocals. There you go. Like y'all Y'all ain't got no talent like they had back in the day. And then they do the twist around. They do the crackhead twist around and dance in a circle. You know what I'm talking about. How many times you heard that? Every generation does that. Except this is put on national. This is put on national TV. We got Twitter. We got all this social media things. We hear it a whole lot more now. So it seems like it's worse. But it's been happening since the beginning of time. People always talk about the older generation. Adam and Eve, man, shoot. It used to be clean. The food was clean. The chickens was good till you ate that damn apple.
Yo, young disciple, who's going to be disappointed when Jordan speaks? Why would anybody be disappointed when Jordan speaks? Well, let me explain something. I don't know why a lot of people think that people are expecting Jordan to come back and bash LeBron and bash these players. Like, that wouldn't be right. Think about this. If I'm Michael Jordan, why would I do? Thank you. But a lot of people are under the impression that people think that Michael Jordan is going to come back to do that. So y'all going to be disappointed.
I think young disciple trying to say y'all not going to like what he has to say because he's going to be talking good about LeBron. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Like that's, yeah, I mean, okay. So he comes back, he talks great about LeBron. So, and we also know Michael Jordan's a horrible evaluator of talent.
Nah, man, come on.
God
bro.
awful.
Like,
He's a god
come
awful.
on, bro. When it comes to basketball, though, when it comes to when it comes to basketball, bro, like maybe that was the thing. They wanted.
He's horrible at evaluating.
I don't think he would come back and blaze LeBron, bro. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't got that.
All right, so let me just say this, and then we'll move on to the last topic. Let me try to wrap it here. Y'all know I like analogies, right? So, I'm not gonna go into history. Well, a little bit military, but here's the deal, right? No. I'm gonna keep it a little more simple this time. So, I served in Korea when I was in the Army on active duty, right? I served in Korea, and obviously we know what from 1950 to 1952. U.S. Army, the United States was in the Korean War, right? So would it be disrespectful of that generation of Army soldiers to say that they're tougher than this generation? Would it be disrespectful when we know that they didn't have the equipment that we have today? When we know that they had to deal with the weather and the enemy and all these things without all of what we have today? When we know that they didn't have the same level of training that we have today, is it disrespectful of them to say they're tougher than we are today as soldiers, sailors, and Marines? Yes or no?
Tough times create tough men.
Is it disrespectful for them to say that they're tougher than we were? Because every time I see a Korean War veteran, those few that I run into, I always stop and I talk to them and I say, listen, you guys, I got nothing to say, because when we got to Korea, one of the things we got our issue, and one of the things we got some serious super cold weather gear because Korea gets so freaking cold, right? They didn't have all that. When they were out there fighting in the wintertime,
in the shield, bro.
Bodies, because the bodies were frozen to use them as windbreaks. So again, somebody answer me. Is it disrespectful if they say that they are tougher than today's soldiers? Yes or no? Or is it a fact that maybe today's soldiers wouldn't like?
Nope. Spear and shield is wild, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's a horrible analogy.
All right, Big Red. Why is it a horrible analogy?
It's very, very horrible.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's not even comparable to what's happening now.
No, you're missing the
comparable.
No, it's not. It's comparable to a point. It's comparable to a point. Because what do those same veterans give to us current veterans?
You mean
knowledge, wisdom,
respect, knowledge, wisdom, praise.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
For signing.
That's not what's happening in the NBA. That's my point.
Yeah, we said that. We said that between the NFL and NBA, that's the difference. I mean, to Bruce's point,
exactly.
But to Bruce's point, would that mean they're less tough or more tough based on what they went through in that generation?
Yeah, but they're not like okay.
Not saying they're better.
You're missing what my major point is. My major point is they give praise too.
Okay, I got you.
Bron is talking about the dudes that are not doing that part. All it is just complaining.
Okay, listen.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just nothing but complaining.
Okay, you're okay. So what I'm trying to get from you, Transformer, you specifically, I'm asking you, is it disrespectful for those troops who fought in the Korean War to say that the troops today are not as tough as they were? This is what I need to know from you.
That's not a disrespectful. Now, if you were to say that them same Korean like y'all are pussies these days, that's disrespectful.
You know, some of them say that.
Yeah, a few of them. They got bad PTSD.
But it's true.
But to say you just not as tough
in comparison to them, we are. And that's not saying we are, but in comparison to them, we are, right? So I say that to say all we getting here with these young cats is simply hit dogs holler. They're mad because they're getting called out. The old cats aren't lying when they're saying, yo, they got it so much easier because of the rules. They got it so much easier the way the game is called. They're not lying. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Let's
No. They will never be able to be compared to what a soldier, a sailor, a marine, a coast. They'll never be able to be in that same that same food chain, bro, because we volunteered to do this shit. Like these guys like getting paid to do it. Not saying that the work ethic wasn't there, but it's just apples and oranges. Well, shit,
of course, I'm not saying it's the exact same thing. That's why I'm not comparing the military to the basketball players. I am comparing people of the same occupation, right?
They had a harder era.
Harder. Thank you, Big Red. They had a tougher era, and they're saying, okay, we were tougher than you guys versus the Charles Barkleys and Charles Oakleys and these guys saying we were tougher than you guys. And you guys, being the modern NBA players, getting upset about it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
I'll just say one thing. I'll just say one thing, brother.
Oh my goodness.
Chuck had a really good analysis. Well, Chuck said something about.
Yo, I gotta get off of here. I'll see y'all. Check y'all out later.
Chuck said something about Ant today, man. It was good seeing you, Big Red. Chuck said something about Ant. He was like, "Hey, look, if you want it, if you're as nice as you say you are, go get it. But right now, Shea is the face of the league. Jokic is the face of the league. Like, remember, we had a show talking about how this dude was like, oh no, they would never be able to compete with me. And I think Chuck said, hey, put your mouth where your money where your mouth is, and go out here and go get it because you down 3-1. You know, like that's one thing about this younger generation. He's 23 years old, talking big crap, like
talking crazy.
Yeah, man, like it's a different game, and you down 3-1. Like, come on, brother. Like, I like Ant, man. I don't want to jump off subject.
About to be eliminated.
The gentleman sweep is right behind, but I just like how graceful, you know, Chuck he explained that. Like, Chuck giving them 40, bro. Like he giving this.
Yeah, man, this is terrible.
And you saying you making all the right decision, and y'all lose.
God forbid this dude get hurt, man. The coach will be crushed. He should be out the game right now. But anyway.
They gonna fire his coach, man. You gotta fire the coach.
OKC?
No, not OKC. I'm talking about
Minnesota coach.
Minnesota's coach. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, if Shaw gets hurt, we're gonna fire the coach. Like, damn.
No. If Minnesota lose, you gotta fire the coach.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all. My bad. Hey.
3 years in a row in Western Conference Finals. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Charles. You want to take it to the final topic here?
Sure thing. Are we not going to take a call on this one?
Say again.
Not going to take a call on this one?
Oh, man. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we can do that.
Yep. We'll take one call.
Trying to get the rap in this. But yeah, we can take
I feel like this Nicaitlin Clark.
Get out of here. My bad, fellas, for being late, man. I appreciate y'all, though, man. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
Yeah. Call in, fellas. Ladies, whoever.
I still gotta go freaking get a lift before I go to sleep and all that, man. I'm tired as hell.
I'm trying to figure out why my wife walk out this damn house so fine like that.
Chief, what's going on?
I don't like it.
What's going on there? Yeah.
Chief. Yo.
Hey, what's
going on, brother?
Jeez. Oh man, that's much, baby. That's much. This is a good topic. Because I got me a timeline on this topic, Captain.
What you got, Chief?
Okay. So
Listen,
think about it.
Black 70.
LeBron played what 22, going on 23 years.
Yes.
So, and he's still playing now with the young people.
Mm-hmm.
So so I think he's gonna see it a lot different between the old heads and the new kids because he's with them. You gotta think you're on a road with the new kids, you play with the new kids and everything. So therefore, I think he's gonna see it. But when he started off, Coach Paul Silas said this: I never seen a kid in high school who knew all the old players like Oscar Robbins, everything like that. He had to give it up to him. Paul Silas, who played with your Celtics, Bruce.
I know Paul Silas played with my Celtics.
I'm just saying,
I got you.
He was thoroughly impressed. And then also got some quotes. You know, I grew up idolizing that MJ. I want to be like Mike.
Mm-hmm.
He was a huge part of why I play.
Mm-hmm.
So he said that. Kareem did the sky hook. Magic was, he said all that. But I think when 2016 came, when he said, I believe I was the greatest, then he caught the shrapnel, he caught that shrapnel with the old guys. Then it kind of goes a lot back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he commented he could have played in the 90s. Some people say, oh, LeBron couldn't play in the 90s. Yeah, he got a body like Karl Malone. Why he couldn't play? So I think a lot of it, mentality. But hey, you grow up in tough times. You grow up in tough times, you get tough in tough times. Leave it.
Exactly.
Well, because I had to, hey, man, hungry. I had to learn how to get a food step card, ride on the bike, and make a bill.
Quick question, Chief. I don't give me a second. I don't want to go off the time, but quick question. When people say that LeBron would dominate in the 90s, do you think that they mean if he came up in that era or if you took him as he is now? Because I always take that to mean what they're saying if you took him as he is now, because he's supposed to be such a far superior player and specimen that he would dominate in the 90s. Where are you on that?
I'm on that if he came up.
Okay.
If you came up with those guys, then you're going to adapt that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to adapt the mentality. So a lot of the stuff that he probably would have had to get a jump shot a lot quicker.
He'd probably be one of them dudes that Big was rapping about.
Yeah. And then he might be that. He hang around Chief. I have him throwing some quick bowls on him. I get him tough.
Mm-hmm.
I have to train him. He gets some training for me, G. He gets some of that training, man. I have to take him down to, East Baltimore, G. I have to toughen him up.
Honestly, I think he would have grew up in that era. He probably would have got bigger.
He would have got bigger.
Yeah, I think he would have got bigger.
But I think
more like 270.
Yeah, but I think with him,
hold on, fellas. Like it was some folks that came through that was just like LeBron at that age. I think the game and the rules changed and made him flourish. Like that, there was this one guy that played for Maryland. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but this dude was a motherfucking monster.
We don't know everybody from Maryland.
He passed away.
Len
He passed away.
Len Bias.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I've seen him. To me, he was giving MJ the business in the ACC when Maryland played North Carolina.
Yeah,
he's bigger. He's bigger than MJ because he was really going 6'8", long. He can jump out the gym, chiseled up, upper body.
Right.
Oh yeah, he
like
was
somebody we know, don't he?
Yeah, but
I know somebody we talking about, don't it? Yeah. Modern day Len Bias, man. That's
wow. And then I also thought about some of the other guys that Brian reminded me of, but they weren't able to succeed, like due to injury or something else. Grant Hill, Mashburn, C-Webb, all those guys about the same size, kind of skill set and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for some odd reason, they didn't flourish like they were supposed to. LeBron James is kind of like that in that mold, and he was the one to come through it. So, but I think he has the
rare insight to play as long as he had at a high level. So I think he played guys in the 90s. You know, think about it. He played the guys in the late 90s, early 2000s when those old heads was coming out. So he got a different perspective. And then you got your son playing. Think about this, Bruce. Your kid playing.
I gotta tell you, Chief, that doesn't mean anything to me, man. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, as far as I'm just saying, he probably have a better understanding. He's around the kids all the time.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So
cool.
so he gonna see it a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to watch the kids, it's another thing to be around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he had a different perspective. You gotta think. He old too now.
Yeah.
LeBron ain't no spring chicken. He old.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, we never really gonna see it until the next generation comes up talking smack, and then we gonna hear him come out, you know, hey, watch your mouth, and then we gonna be like, oh yeah, remember this? Okay, yeah. But Chief, man, go ahead and wrap that, land the plane, and then we'll let you go, man.
Land it up. Guess what, guys? We were young too before.
No doubt.
I believe in that. We were young.
You gotta talk the shit. Dock the boat, man. Dock the boat.
Yeah, I'm driving it on the carrier. We were young too, so how we gonna see things years from now may be different. So, and I always tell my son that I shake my head when I'm young and say, "Boy, y'all wouldn't have made it this day." But same thing happened with my pops now.
Facts.
So that's just that generational carryover.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. I'm gonna salute. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Chief. Thanks for the call, man.
All right.
All right. Great call from Chief, as always.
As always, man.
Yeah.
Chief calling, but you know you got a good time, man.
You got a good time.
Navy beat Army. Yes, sir. Boots to asses. Boots to asses.
I'm not pressing that button.
Man, the Timberwolves.
Press it, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I got access to. I'm going to press it. Boots to asses. Where is it? There it is.
Boots to
Listen, the basketball goes
to asses. Boots.
Really? That's what we're doing. I forgot I put it in there. Oh man, I had it on the mixer. I forgot I put it in there. Damn it.
Boots to asses. Yes. Cooked, deep fried, barbecue chicken, filet mignon. How you
So
want
what we
this
gonna
steak?
do? We gonna go to this final topic, man. So there's been a lot of talk lately. Angel Reese, Nicaitlin Clark, Angel Reese, supposedly, talking about since last year, we've been hearing all this stuff about players in the WNBA are jealous of Nicaitlin Clark, which I think is absolute BS, and this, that, and the third, right? So I'm not here to get into all of that because I don't care about any of that, and I think that's disingenuous. But what I wanted to, man, this game is ridiculous. Anyway, what I wanted to address, and we could do this quickly, is just some crazy stats that I heard that Colin Cowherd gave, and I think there was a collegiate professor of finance and economics that did a study on Nicaitlin Clark's effect on the WNBA economically. So this is crazy. So let's go ahead and let's check this out.
A university professor in finance looked up the value of Nicaitlin Clark for the WNBA. This is insane. So this year, last season in the WNBA, Nicaitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie on the worst team in the league when she entered it.
So that's the first crazy stat. Think about that. One player accounts for 26% of all economic activity in the league. That's wild. That's wild. But let's continue.
So now she has an 8-year, $128 million deal with Nike. So, she's going to eat. Merchandise in the league went up off a rookie from a Midwest-based school on the worst team in the league, 234%.
Like, are we hearing these numbers? Like this to me, and this could be anybody in any league, but when you have one person who has this type of impact on a particular sport and a particular league, like it says something, and I think it kills a lot of narratives. But let's continue.
But here was the one that struck me. So before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. Remember, they play a short season. It's not like the NBA where it lasts like 6 months. After playing 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. She is almost
that's what NBA teams were selling for 10 years ago.
She has
12, 15 years
quadrupled
ago.
the value. And I was talking, I was with a group of friends tonight at dinner, and people that didn't know the WNBA were like asking, well, why? Like, well, what does she do? And we said, well, she makes passes and takes shots that nobody else in the sport does. So she's a bit of it's like when Tiger Woods came on the tour, like he drove it further. He's long putting was better. He looked like a football player in the red shirts. Like he just was different than every other golfer you grew up with. And people like unique and different.
I think that's actually a pretty good analogy, Tiger Woods, and how he made golf popular to a lot of people that it wasn't popular to prior to his arrival. I think that's a very fair analogy. Like a lot of people could have gave two craps about 2 squirts of monkey piss, yes, about golf. And then Tiger Woods came along and he took its popularity into the stratosphere. So I thought that was a very good analogy.
Here, my question to you is: there's still no other, like somebody said at the party, well, there'll be another Nicaitlin Clark, and I'm like, well, there's not another Steph Curry. Like, there's guys that can shoot threes. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. And listen, let's just be honest. There are more great male athletes in the world than female athletes. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. My take is, she could be $1 billion athlete. Like, are you surprised by it? Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is Tiger in the tour. This isn't even Jordan. This is totally different.
So that is crazy to think that over the course of 45 games, the valuation of the Indiana Fever quadrupled due to the arrival of one player. Like there's, you could say, oh, Bruce Glazing, whatever. But at the end of the day, you get down to the facts, and the facts are the facts, and that's insane. We've never seen anything like that. Transformer, your thoughts, and then
G, go, because I'm about to shut down the house with this one.
I can't wait.
So I will go, right, and what I will say is Nicaitlin Clark is a hell of a player, but
American
there's
Pie.
other, like, we starting to see like these female basketball players are starting to soak in this limelight, and so as she get comfortable, she still got Juju coming. Paige is there now. Paige is there now, and Paige, like, I don't know if y'all watching her, man. Like, I don't think she's gonna have a freshman slump, a sophomore slump. Shorty Ford, like,
Paige is
she
raw,
wasn't
man.
injured. Yeah, she a baller. So yeah. The competition is definitely getting to the point where it's gonna be every day that they play, man. And Nicaitlin Clark, she got her following. That's always gonna be true there. But there's some other players in that league that's gonna crush her. Caitlin the monster. Let's not get it twisted. Like, she got that 3-ball. She passed. Yeah, she turned the ball over a little bit much, but she's must watch basketball right now.
Agreed.
And I can't wait to see the Paige and Caitlin
Juju
matchup.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't wait. And then we got Juju coming probably next year. I mean,
that's the one,
on the
man.
injury now.
That's
Yeah, I don't
the
think
one.
she's gonna wait. I don't think she's gonna wait. And that's what she's 6'3", 6'4".
She's 6'3".
Doing
Doing
everything that everybody else doing, but there's so much talent in this WNBA.
Yeah,
It's sad that they just ride in the back of
Wilson.
Nicaitlin Clark, man. And I don't want to take on too many points because Transformers still gotta go. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't.
I like how the talent is being spread across across the league. I mean, it's just it is Agent Wilson's league to lose, man.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah,
Man.
it's her shit. She got total game.
Female David
Mid-range,
Robinson.
post. She like the closest thing
ball.
that we've seen in a long time to a. I'm gonna say it, a Kobe. I'm gonna say it. Nobody gonna hear it. I'm gonna say it.
So I see David Robinson. I see a female David Robinson. That's my analogy. Yeah, she left-handed, like you said. She got the mid-range. She could put it on the floor. She could dominate the low block. She could play defense, rebound, block shots. Like
that's more David Robinson.
I see the female David Robinson. She is an animal.
I see the plus gene.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
That's different.
That's what I'm talking
say
about.
Kobe. Like you
weren't talking about the
I'm at the skill set.
the 9 40-point games. I'm not talking about that. Like I ain't talking about the 9 40-point spread that Kobe gave so many people during this chart. But I ain't gonna bring that up. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, Transformer guy, man.
Tired of beating the dead horse. The horse is dead. The horse is freaking dead, man. Why am I continuing to beat the dead horse? Nicaitlin Clark, man. Nicaitlin Clark.
Yes.
Folks hate it. Some folks who just don't care about the game of basketball and where it's going for these females. Prior to 1979, the NBA was in a turmoil.
1979.
Prior to 1979.
Kings was born there, shorty. Kings was born 79, shorty. You got to be careful around here when you
Hey, man, I popped down 78, but go ahead, Transformer.
Prior to 1979.
Yes.
The NBA was in a bad spot. Ratings were bad. Just couldn't get enough eyes on the game of basketball. What so happened in 1979, Bruce? I'm pretty sure you know the answer.
I do. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird played in a national championship game.
Magic Johnson and Larry Bird played in a national championship game. What happened after that championship game, Bruce?
Well, Magic Johnson won the national championship. Shout out Magic. In my opinion, the greatest Laker of all time, but that's a different story. Shout out Magic. And then they both got drafted into the NBA, and they lit the torch, man.
Okay. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird took that mantle, and they did what they did with it.
Yes.
Brought the game, made the game sexy, made the game competitive, made it a rivalry, made it something that ceased to be had. Gave it drama, gave it story, gave it flash, gave it eyes. Everything the NBA needed, they got from two players. All them years prior to the NBA being the NBA, it took two players and their skill sets and what those guys can do, which flipped the game of NBA and got it more sexy and got the eyeballs back on it.
Yes.
Shortly after 1979, there was a kid that was drafted, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 1986. Who was that?
84.
84. Drafted in 84. Who was that?
Michael Air Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan came in and immediately, what did Larry Bird call him?
Jesus in basketball shoes.
Jesus in basketball shoes. Why? Because Jordan made the game sexy. It was sexy, flashy, scoring 40-point games, 35-point games, like incredible shot making, incredible dunks, high flying, just jumping out of the moon. Like, just couldn't do nothing with him, right?
Right.
More so, a kid drafted in 1996. Who was that, Bruce? Do you mind answering that question?
Well, I tell you what, there was a lot of them. One of them was the answer, but I think we're going here with Kobe Bean Bryant for 1,000, Alex.
Kobe Bean Bryant was drafted in 1996.
That's right.
And then you added on a good one. Iverson. There's another part of that. That's an add-on to what I'm about to say.
Ray Allen, Steph Marbury.
Kobe and Iverson were drafted in that year. What did they do to the game? Allen Iverson, let's start there. What did he do that was so sexy?
One of the most influential players ever. Crazy handle, super scorer.
They called it the Iverson crossover.
Yes, they did.
Made the game sexy. Kobe Bryant the carbon copy of the same guy that was drafted in 1984.
Yes.
Carbon copy. Shaquille O'Neal. One of the most dominant forces coming around breaking backboards. Sexy. What did the NBA do? Kept doing this. Kept doing that. Kept doing that. Because the people in place were making the game sexy. Eyeballs, attention seekers. All of that was there. Then along came, and I'm just going to skip past LeBron because I'm tired of talking LeBron today. LeBron came, but then
but LeBron continued.
LeBron continued. 2003, he was drafted. I'll stay brief here. 2003, LeBron Ramon James Sr. was drafted. High flying, dunks, fast break, dunk, highlight, game, ascended. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2008 was 2008. Steph Curry.
Yep.
Baby Jesus.
Right.
The Derek Jeter of the NBA was drafted from Davidson College and made the three-point shot the most craziest play in the NBA. Literally changed the entirety of the game just off of a three-point shot. Pushed the game to a level that is now where it's at today.
Right.
What's the common thing that we're seeing with those eras? They had somebody that did something different, and they did it sexy. That's what Nicaitlin Clark is for the WNBA. That's their version of Steph Curry. She came in, she's doing something we've never seen in the sport, and she's making it sexy. We want to see those threes. We want to see some highlight passing. We want. They don't care about the turnovers. The girl's a turnover machine.
Yes, she is.
They don't care because the sexy things she do on the court outshines them turnovers. They don't care. When she bombing that thing from 30 feet, they're like, yeah, boy, look at her. Nobody can guard the girl. So what do you think the NBA is going to hone in on? What do you think this publicity is coming from? She's only 6 foot.
Yeah.
6 foot. So she's telling these young girls, you don't got to be tall.
Right.
Learn how to shoot, baby.
Yeah.
Get out there and get in your bag.
No, you're 100% right, Transform. Let me say this, though. See, the problem is that doesn't mean at all that there weren't great players in the league prior
Absolutely
to
not.
But sometimes you need that catalyst because there was Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper and Brianna Stewart and Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird and Maya Moore. That was Maya Moore.
Maya Moore, boy. That's the Kobe of that. Now that's the Kobe comparison, G. That's the Kobe comparison.
And all of these, right? But guess what? See, I don't understand like the negativity towards Nicaitlin Clark because all she's doing was the expression, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So she not by herself, but she is a major contributor to the meteoric rise of the WNBA, right? And realistically, I think she's out for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to see where the ratings go without her. That'll be another indicator. But at the end of the day, instead of being upset that she's getting this attention, I would rock for it because again, if I'm playing against her, my thing is going to be, oh, you came to watch her, you about to see me, right? I'm going at her. We competing. I'm not just going to roll over because that's going to help everybody. To G's point, Paige now. Because remember, Paige was supposed to be Nicaitlin before Nicaitlin, but she blew her knee out.
Before she got hurt.
Right. That's what allowed Nicaitlin to really jump up on the national stage, right? But now you got Paige in the league. To G's point, Juju is coming. I bet you Juju probably working out right now, rehabbing. She's coming, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And when she gets in the league, Lord God help people because she's going to destroy people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you now, y'all call me a Caitlin Glazer, whatever. Juju's going to be better than her. Juju's going to be an animal, right? Asia Wilson.
I will glaze Juju.
An animal. Freaking Nafisha Collier is killing right now. She's on the lead to be the WNBA MVP, right? So it's not about not showing love to the other ladies in the league that are doing work. It's about the fact is this: if Nicaitlin Clark right now is the catalyst that's moving the needle, man, hit your damn sled and let her pull it. What is the problem? Everybody going to eat. It's so stupid to have an issue with her for, whatever reason. Yeah, I see it, man. I don't know what's the deal with that. I'm going to have to check it
I
out.
will say this, man. The turnovers are a little bit much. Right?
Yes.
I mean, you get somebody that can put up 30 and they more efficient and they can put the assist in, then it takes away from that long ball that she has, right? Like Paige is efficient. Like she's gonna get the offense going. She's not gonna have a lot of turnovers in this league. I don't believe she's gonna have a lot of turnovers in this league. And she's gonna ball out, man. And so that's competition that's good for the WNBA.
Yes.
I don't know why people don't want to see that. I have no idea. Like we gotta talk about
I know why, but
the guard game, bro. Like we gotta talk about the guard game. And what I would like to see is these women commentators, right? Like I would like to see some of their takes, the Cheryl Swoops. I don't know if she's still doing it, but
she's still doing
those I like to see their takes.
Matter of fact, her and Cheryl Miller was going at it a little bit.
Yeah, I like to see that, man. I think that's good for the WNBA. I really do. I think that's really good for the WNBA.
Right.
What they need to do, and more so to Bruce's point, they need to do what people do to the Lakers. When they got to play the Lakers, they show up.
Yes.
They had a best game of their life when they play the Lakers. How do you pitch? You could do the same thing. You know they coming to see Nicaitlin Clark. You know them fans, them stands about to fill up.
Right.
This is my game. That's the game. You want them to, you want to bring these viewers and these fans back to your stadium? Drop 30 on her.
I was just about to say,
Drop
I'm
35 on her.
Yep.
See what happened. See what happened. It's going to take, because the needle's already moving because Nicaitlin Clark's there. That's why people ball out in LA. They take games off before they play LA because they know we going to LA. And I'm about to ball out. I'm about to go get my bag here.
Right.
Nicaitlin Clark is that catalyst.
Cash cow. We heard it. We heard the
Stop
numbers.
hating on it, man. It's the numbers are there. The sexiness is there. The eyeballs are there. Use it. Use it. If I'm in the WNBA, I'm loving it. I'm like, thank you.
One
Because
player
guess
generating 26% for the whole league. Like that's
all
insane.
of that revenue that these guys are getting, guess what happens to these girls' salaries?
You would think she won the
Quadruple.
NCAA or something. You would have thought she would have won the NCAA. She ain't won shit yet. And
Not a
everybody that beat her is playing in the WNBA. This young lady got a lot to play for, man. And maybe that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that level of intensity because she knows she left shit on the table in college. And so every night out, huh?
More
No,
so like
you're
Steph
right.
Curry.
You're right.
Yeah.
When Steph had that run at Davis.
41-12, 41-12, and you still lose. Like that's what more can you do, bro? Like what? That's why she's still. That's probably what keep her in the gym every day because she's getting the money. I mean, that's
Oh yeah, she getting paid. So the same people that cape for LeBron saying, oh well, he didn't have enough help. What could he do against a team that was better, right? When LSU played Iowa, you look at the team that I'm gonna use the LeBron language here. Nicaitlin Clark dragged that team all the way to the finals, right? That's the LeBron language. What else was she supposed to do? How come it's different? And I'm not saying y'all. I'm talking about the same people
I can definitely talk to this.
We know some of them are right here in this chat.
We've heard players say that the difference between LeBron and Kobe and Mike is that Kobe and Mike never let you off the hook. They was like supreme competitors, right? Like I think Nicaitlin is a supreme competitor, right? Like she's not gonna take no nights off. I don't think she's gonna like she won't give it her all because maybe not winning those national championships is that's her dog. That's the fight. That's the fight in her. And so I mean we just gotta take it for what it's worth, man. Like it's good to see because she cooking every night. She cooks every night. So it's good to see that, she's in a situation, but I don't think that just because she's bringing in the economic value, like she's still an underdog in this league because these women are still throwing up that ring Like, hey, I got a national championship on the same court that you was on. We both like you can flip it and say, "Oh, LeBron is LeBron that," but at the same time, bro, it's, you don't get the coach, you don't get the recruit. You know that they don't have the same thing, same buy-in that LeBron has. They don't have it, and I don't know, man. Like that's pretty much my 2 cents in it, man. It's good to see, and we gotta nurture that, and we gotta look at it for what it's worth. Even if she don't win a WNBA championship, we know that that's what she's aiming for. She gotta be aiming for it. She has to be. You know, that's
Who's their
my
commissioner?
I don't know
funny.
what the commissioner name is. I don't know what the name is.
Adam Silver. Adam Silver Jr.
Pretty much, right?
Adam Silver's wife. I don't know. That's probably
Kathy
his cousin.
Engelbert.
Kathy Engelbert. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's who it
She
is.
started in 2019. Okay.
Mm.
If she's smart,
But nah, man.
she's gonna make sure she get a title.
Yeah,
Or she's gonna be fighting in that mug.
Hey, man, you might see it. What if she pull a LeBron, man? Bruce will lose his shit, man.
We're not doing that. All right, so
We can't compare her to the Steph. I know everybody want to do that. Steph he won a title, right? Davidson won the title.
college.
No, they got bounced out the Elite Eight. They lost in Elite Eight.
I thought he had it.
Now he had a magical run though.
Yeah, he balled
that
out.
run was crazy.
Yeah, he balled out.
Touchdown, Wisconsin, Kansas.
Yeah, that was the worst goddamn. Yeah, that was bad. I remember that.
He lost in
Yeah,
the
that was
Elite Eight.
crazy. Yeah, he
She made it to the finals and she made it to the semifinals.
Yeah.
And back-to-back years.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and open up the lines. We will take 3 calls. 3 calls, y'all.
And I definitely don't want the Nicaitlin Clark bumblebees coming at me because I got a fucking fly swatter. Like, and
what does that even mean?
Don't play no games.
Edward, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight, man?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, yo, Bruce, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Hold on, I want to make sure. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Edward.
Okay, man. Hey, yo, I need you to start putting names on these people, man. When you know what I'm saying, put your status forces when you eavesdrop. I know who you're talking about in the chat.
Y'all know who you are. Y'all know exactly who you are. I don't have to say names.
I know you talk about. Hey, yo, you put my name on when I said something about JT, but we're not gonna. It's all good, Kermit.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Sherman.
Hey, so let me ask you this. So do you think it's just Nicaitlin Clark saved the WNBA, or was it her and Angel Reese?
So obviously Angel Reese played a role. Like that would be silly to say that Angel Reese played no role. But I mean, clearly we see the difference though, in terms of because when Angel Reese, let me say this: when Nicaitlin Clark is not involved, Angel Reese don't move the needle in the WNBA like Nicaitlin Clark.
Oh my gosh, how Angel gonna catch a stray, yo? This is crazy.
Ask me a question about Angel, bro.
How is she catching a stray?
Oh my god, he just asked me a question. I can't answer the question. He just asked me a question.
Already, yo.
Bro, he just asked me. I wasn't even bringing Shorty up. He asked me a question about her. So was I not supposed to answer the man's question?
There's Angel Wilson. There's so many different players in the league. How is Angel catching a stray?
Because I was asked a direct question referring to Angel Reese. I was asked directly about Angel Reese. But go ahead, Edward.
Well, I get what Gino is coming from, but also, Bruce, I see where you coming from. So I see two sides of the coin. Like right now, I think, Nicaitlin Clark, she's injured, so and possibility you think the ratings are not going to be what it is. I think they might still do okay because Paige Beck, she balling from Dallas. That's what she got drafted to, right?
Okay. Let's do this, Edward. Let's keep it simple. The Sky and the Fever play, I think not this weekend, but next weekend. Nicaitlin Clark is not expected to play. You could just wait and see how those ratings look for that game.
is not
We
the
want
only
that.
team that plays in the WNBA, sir. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, bro.
Right,
I'm sick
G.
of it. I'm
Called
sick
it.
of it. The NBA has been around a lot longer than Nicaitlin Clark has been born, bro. Like, you gotta pay homage to these other players who are a lot better, a
Did
lot
you
more
not hear me
efficient,
do that?
and get it.
Did you not hear me
No,
do
did
that?
not. I didn't. I
Transformer.
saw Angel Reese get the picture straight for
Transformer.
no reason, man. I
Transformer.
had to say it.
Transformer.
Stop it.
Transformer. Did I bring up Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops and Brianna Stewart and Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore?
Yes, you did.
20
Catches.
years
Did I not mention all of these amazing women?
Yes,
I?
you did.
In the beginning of the show.
Hey, yo,
Got it, man.
hey, yo, Bruce.
Beginning of
Hey,
the show.
bro, hey, Bruce, you was straight glazing for Maya Moore, and I understand why. But,
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Lord, yes, Lord.
Yes, indeed. Woo.
Yeah, but what Gino's
I'm
coming
still
from
glazing.
is that it's other
Facts.
it's other players. Like he was talking about Paige and everything
Yes.
like that from Dallas.
Mhm.
But are you just talking about that particular game only? They're not going to be really watching that game because Nicaitlin Clark is not going to be on the court because he's injured.
No,
Is
it's
that what you're talking
it's my opinion that you will see it, not precipitous, but you will see a drop over the next few weeks in WNBA.
Man,
Are you
WNBA.
talking about that particular game?
Oh my God!
Okay,
I just said across the WNBA. Like, y'all gotta listen to me, man. Yo,
That boy said precipitous. I'm listening. That boy used a good word.
Hey, yo, chill, bro.
You
Chill.
think it does not move the needle all the time, yo. Like, there's still Agent Wilson fans who gonna show up, bro. Like I understand she has a following, but
Oh my
let's be
God!
for real.
How you?
I think her
How
following.
you?
I think her. Okay, let me ask you this then. Do you think her following is adult or kids?
Both.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do the research. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's kids though.
You know what? Y'all handle the rest of these, man. I'm gonna just sit back and.
Hey, it's both. I mean, you got.
His ball and go home. No, you can't take your ball and go home, bro.
I'll answer like this. Sean, are you watching the games?
Bro, I sure did watch their first game. I sure did.
Okay, so it's both. Kids and adults, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm thinking is it the small, I ain't gonna say it's a small fan base, you know, because you got the college, well, following her from college to the pros. So I can see that, yeah, that's possibly being there. But yeah, man, I get it. But Bruce, chill, bro. Dino is coming from a good place, man. You ain't got to get all in your
He
feet.
moping over there, bro. He moping. You see how
I know,
he look
man,
live
I know.
right now? He look like he ready to take his ball and go in the house, yo. Like, I wish I could
Bruce,
capture this joint, man, and make it my.
Bruce, I'm gonna see you. Bruce, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you some stupid, some phenomenal, bro.
Child one too many times. My bad, bro. I'm gonna step back.
Bruce, come on, man, bro. It's gonna be all right, B. Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Got you, G.
It's all right. It's gonna be all right. Act like money making Mitch over there, B. Bruce, don't act like money making Mitch right now when he was sitting in the car talking to A Boogie, man. Come on, bro. You're gonna be all right. But yeah. Anyway, then not only that, man. That's all. I want call about. I mean, there's other players in there, but Nicaitlin Clark is like they in that rivalry they got going on. It is moving it in. Plus, I don't know if y'all was following up about that the racial stuff that was going on with the Indiana Fever. I don't know if y'all heard about that case that's been dismissed or something like that. Transform, did you hear anything about that?
I did. We talked about this 6 a.m. this morning. Bruce called me at 6 a.m.
What was it about? What happened?
I'm always up, shorty. Like, you ain't gonna never catch me slipping, dog. I'm always up. I wake up at 0:05, shorty, ready to go. I'm at. I was hanging out some coffee on my way to the unit. I'm sorry, my bad. I digress,
okay.
man. We just having a good time, man. That's all. That's the last topic, man. You know, it was a Wednesday. We be back Sunday.
Hey, no,
Maybe sooner. I don't know.
Bruce, you're gonna get the chance to work out, get your pump on, bro. Chill, bro. I don't need you to pull no more gray hairs out your beard. But anyway, yeah, that was that. And then, man, like I said in the chat, bro, like, man, these Western Conference Finals, man, this was man. To be honest with you, it was trash, bro. It ain't what it is. I know we off topic, but man, the ratings for the Western Conference was garbage. It really was. The Eastern, I mean, everybody talk about the Eastern Knicks and the Pacers, man. It was more of a series than even though they feel like, it's a gentleman, they think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. But it was more excitement than the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Thunder series.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Since we on this Nicaitlin Clark economic value, right? Let's talk about a different type of value, right? Like, are you on Facebook, sir? I'm sure you had Facebook at one time or another.
I be on there every now and then. What you got?
So there's a particular site that you can go to called WNBA Shit Talk, right? And it's different, bro. Like I hate to shout out like a bunch of like race bait and hate, but what I've realized is anytime you have Nicaitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the same conversation, it goes south like
fast.
Like these comments are crazy, bro. Like they are like it's almost unbearable, man. It's beyond basketball, and it's a sore spot. Until the WNBA can address that and lead these people down to just what is respectable basketball. I think every time you talk about that, like, her economic value is going to always be higher because it's her versus Angel Reese.
Okay,
and we know how it is. Some of us do, not all of us.
Okay, with that being said, now Bruce, come on, man. I need you to talk, bro. Straighten up, man. Put your analyst hat back on. Around that time, because Bruce, you old enough to everybody on this panel, not throwing shade or nothing like that, but was it a race issue with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson when they was coming back to say, was they only talking about the race when it came to them back in the day?
Was it also even? Oh, my bad. That was your question. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, race was a major part of it.
And they wasn't just so. I mean, so I guess we're seeing it now with the Nicaitlin Clark injury, and I hate it's not just sticking with what's going to be on the court. I'm pretty sure when they retire, they probably gonna sit back and kick it and talk about what it was like playing against each other and all that, just like how Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was. But I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying. But I hate it has to be that way, though. I really hate that we have to pull the race card out for that. But anyway, man, that's all I wanted to talk about, man.
It's a sad stain on the WNBA, but unfortunately, like we know, controversy sells. And I think that's what
drama.
Drama. And who knows drama more than I digress.
But that's all I got, man. Everybody do good on this channel. I hope everybody have a good night. Bruce, man, keep your head up, man. It's gonna be all right. Hey, Transformer.
Keep your head up. Yo.
Transformer. Brian Bass. I'm calling you by your government name. Let TT go. Let TT go out and have fun.
Boy, man, hey man, look, you should have saw your sister-in-law, boy. Boy, man, she came around the corner. I was like, yo, what the? I forgot what I was talking about on the segment.
Hey, yo, she deserved that, B. She deserved that.
Hey,
you know that.
Yo, nah, man, I had to call my boys real quick. Hey, man, watch out. Put your eyes out for that, man. We got you,
man, hey, yo, man, it's gonna be all good, man. You know what you coming home to, so it's all be good, bro. You know that.
Yes, sir.
You already know that, man. You know I love you, man. Hey, Bruce, man. Hey, you need to be cool, man, and chill out, bro. You're gonna be all right, man.
Man, that's all right. You talking about Nicaitlin Clark.
Yeah. All right, fellas, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, bro.
All right, boy, man. Love you, boy.
Love you too, G.
All right. Bruce, you good, man?
Hey, we taking any calls? Y'all can call in now. 904-219-8264. Call in. Call now. What's her name? I forget her name.
For your free touted reading.
That's a Psychic Friends Network.
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo, man. Call now.
Call now for your free touted reading.
She cooked.
Did she hit a fat ass lawsuit like after that?
Wagon, yes, sir. Absolutely.
Crazy work. Crazy work. Yo, this boy Bruce is funny as shit, yo. Bruce is hilarious.
He didn't pull the Clarence Thomas on him.
Y'all got 45 seconds to call in. If you ain't call in 45 seconds, we outie.
They said
Because Bruce is clocked out.
They said it was harmless trash talk.
But boy, I forgot what the hell was said to get him to go quiet.
Get him.
Get him. That Bruce looking the same when the Celtics
Come
lost.
on, Bruce, yo, stop, yo. Come on, man. It's just a podcast, bro. Like, stop, yo. Man, y'all can get me kicked off the damn podcast now, yo. Jeez, man. I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to talk about Dirty Finger like that. My bad.
Oh, God.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
There go our Brucey. All right, y'all, man. We go wrap it up here, man. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Get it out to the channel. To our media members, to our show members, man, we love you. We appreciate the support, the continuous love. Make sure you guys continue showing that support, man. We appreciate every single one of you guys. The chat, you guys always light it up. We appreciate you guys, man. Today is what, Wednesday? So 9 times out of 10, we'll probably be on the show before then. But if not, you will definitely see us on Sunday. G, appreciate you. Bruce, as always, stay easy. And we out of here, man. Peace to the Middle East. We outie.